또 이제 PRX가 한 경기밖에 보여주지 않아가지고 좀 선수들의 손이 풀렸는지 좀 걱정이 되는데 이 부분은 걱정 안 해도 되는지 묻겠습니다.
Yeah, I don't think it's anything to worry about. I'm hoping that we start strong this game, but if not, then we'll just grind our way out as usual.
네, 전혀 걱정할 거 없고요. 저희 선수들은 정말 단단히 준비되어 있기 때문에 평소처럼 잘 해낼 것이라고 말했습니다. So back to you, Coach Autumn. I mean, T1 could not defeat PRX during the last season's Pacific. So are you ready right now? 또 작년 퍼시픽에서는 PRX를 상대로 좋은 성과는 없었어요. 이번에는 좀 새로워진 T1을 기대할 수 있을까요?
저희가 목표로 세웠던 두 팀이 EDG랑 페이퍼렉스인데 솔직히 EDG는 이제는 좀 쉬운 것 같고요. 이제 페이퍼렉스만 남았는데 저희가 비시즌 자체를 특히나 이 페이퍼렉스를 대비해서 많이 준비를 했거든요. 그래서 오늘 좀 기대해 주셔도 좋을 것 같습니다.
I mean, we looked for two opponents, PaperX and EDG, and I think EDG won't be a big problem. And now only PaperX is ahead of us, so I think today's match is going to be a good one. 정말 자신감 있는 답변 좋았고요. 이제 다시 또 알렉스 코치한테 묻겠습니다. And to you, Alex, again. So, are you?
Very nice clutches. So, we're looking forward to a very fun game today.
Nice. 네, 이번에도 굉장히 재미있는 매치가 될 거라고 예상했는데요. 작년에도 두세 경기를 T1을 상대로 맞섰을 때 정말 좋은 클러치들과 재미있는 경기가 나왔기 때문에 이번에도 기대해 본다는 답변을 얻었습니다. 그리고 또 다시 어떤 코치한테 들어가 볼게요. Back and forth questions. So, XQA versus Forsaken. Who do you think will be better? 또 XQA 선수와 포세킨 선수 이제 형제 간의 대결이 있잖아요. 어떤 선수가 좀 더 잘할 것 같은가요? 좀 정해진 답변일까요?
일단 저는 제 선수인 엑스크레이트를 믿는 사람으로서 그 선수가 그렇게 말한 적 있거든요. 그 세 형제가 있는데 재능이 제일 좋은 애는 제일 막내가 제일 좋다 하더라고요. 네, 근데 이제 그 다음은 자기다 이렇게 얘기했기 때문에 저는 케빈을 믿어서
Actually, the player I believe in is obviously X-Curate, and he told me a story that we have three brothers, and the youngest is the most talented, and the second one is X-Curate himself, Kevin. Okay, good luck for you. I think it'll be a good match. And did you hear that, Alex? Coach Autumn said X-Curate will be better on matches, so do you agree?
I mean, I've been watching all the votes. I think Kevin's been improving, but I'm still going to go with Jason. Been more experience in this game, Kevin just came. He needs some time to get better.
Oh, okay.
So I think Jason got this.
네, 물론 저는 더 볼세킨 선수가 더 잘할 것이라고 믿고요. 왜냐하면 좀 더 경험치가 있기 때문에 당연히 실력도 좀 더 좋지 않을까라는 답변으로 마무리를 해봤습니다. So thank you both coaches. Best of luck for the next match. Hope you get the ticket for Madrid. Yeah. 네, 지금까지 코치 두 분을 만나봤고요. 과연 어떤 팀이 승리를 거머쥐게 될지 지켜보겠습니다. So we met the coaches for the interview, and I'll go back to the desk and we'll join the show. Bye.
All right. I mean, I would have asked which brother do you think would win in an arm wrestling match? I feel like in game they're both pretty good.
I love how just the coaches were like, my son's better than your son, even though they're brothers.
It's like this polite, passive-aggressive acknowledgement, but actually my son's better. Did you know my son could do this?
That's a little like cheeky smile at the end too. Yeah, they were just like proud about showcasing how I got the better Susanto.
Well, you know what? Maybe they do. Judging by the stats right now, PaperX continues to dominate this year, and I think it's also worth mentioning with the addition of Monyet, or the change, I should say, their playstyle has changed. But what's also interesting, we're just looking at the coaches. PaperX has one coach. T1 has 5 coaches. So when you're changing the meta, your team compositions to have like triple controllers, I feel like you're gonna need lots of big brains involved in organizing all the strat behind it. It's just Alex versus 5 coaches.
Yeah, I think those 5 coaches, though, sometimes could be an issue of like too many cooks in the kitchen. Of course, what we're seeing, apart from the coaches, is also you got the IGL in the form of Carpe, and they are all contributing in their own ways. Maybe not always on the server, not always in terms of the stats and the frags, but everyone's doing their part. And T1, because of such a pedigree and Autumn coming in their coaching style and their strats are very much so still, you know, traditional Valorant. You always have the same compositions, but they do try to switch things up. They have their pretty interesting plays on Ascent, for example.
Yeah, again, this is a team that has used Rossi only on the Viper ever since any map that they play, right? And they seem to favor a lot more on the Fade over the Sova, I think, at least from what it feels like. Like, they're the only team that I feel like Carpe just likes to play Fade more than anyone else. Anyways, on the side of Paper Rex,
Davai sih dari kemarin menyala abangku, abang Lis.
Having a whole different set of compositions, right? Where the last time that they faced each other in AVL, it was what, Jing and something playing on double duelist. The last time we saw them on Sunset here in kickoff, they had no duelist whatsoever. Because again, that's the versatility that Monyet brings to the table. He can play a lot more agents in different roles that Jing has done when he was with Paper X.
Yeah, and I know a lot of the fan base is really, you know, we're all such huge fans of Jing. Like, talented, like all of us are. His explosive, amazing playstyle, especially on Raze. But with Monyet in this group, we've seen a completely different team comp. Like you said, no duelists. That seems like the most on Paper X things, but then how they played, how Divide played on stage, that again was the most Paper X thing I have ever seen with him, you know, just res baiting for fun. Apparently he rezzed him and then laughed. He was like, sorry, you're gonna die. And just like, you know, went around and clutched around. Now you can see our predictions here. Paper X obviously continues to be dominant. It's really hard not to pick Paper X. Or is it?
I mean, sometimes I just want to see the world burn, but
why did you choose T1?
Okay, I think I've been turned into a believer. That one game X-Grid showcased the chamber, it was amazing. But then when I started, you know, deep diving into T1, they have a lot of pieces that can really bring, I feel like, Paper X to their knees in this series. I'll probably talk about that a little bit more later. But one of the things that I really like about them is just how quick and aggressive they can really be, which could catch Paper X off guard.
Meanwhile, for me, I mean, I think Paper X is just a team that doesn't sit still. So you've got this new Divide, you've got Monyet and something changing up their roles a little bit. It's a lot more controlled, and I think that's great.
Well, I hope you guys are ready for the Susanto Derby. We're going to see T1 versus Paper Rex. They're ready for their walkouts. I am ready for some good games today.
Mulai guys. Gas. Derby Susanto.
안녕하세요. T1 발로.
Bentar guys, bentar. Gas.
있어서 그만큼 자신이 있었습니다. 이전 T1에 비해서 강점이라고 하면은 좀 더 확실한 체계적인 게임을 할 수 있게 됐고, 그리고 선수들 기량 자체도 더더욱 올라갔고요. 그러다 보니까 더 유연한 게임을 할 수 있게 된 것 같습니다. 작년에 비해서. 제가 정말 예전 인터뷰에서도 말한 적이 있는데, 제가 본 신인 중에 진짜 이주 선수가 가장 잘하거든요. 진짜 손에 꼽을 정도로. 되게 교전하는 센스나 그 순간 판단력, 머리 쓰는 게 되게 똑똑하고요. 이주 선수가 진짜 키플레이어라고 생각합니다, 저는. 저희가 한 경기만 더 이기면 마드리드가 확정인데 진짜 모든 걸 바쳐서 열심히 하겠습니다. 감사합니다.
Gue lapar, Cok.
Hello everyone, I'm
baru
starting
bangun
from
anjay.
Paper-X. About our changes, we just must do that because GG get military service, so we must get one more player and to sign Monyet, and yeah, we get more flexibility in our team, so you can see it works, I guess, because now we can play even without duelist in Valorant. Yeah. This is our first day in playoffs. I hope you're gonna win today, and we go to Madrid, and I hope you enjoy our games and kick-off tournament.
At first, I think it feels really weird because actually I fought him multiple of times in the different game, and I always lost. But now it's Valorant, and I think I'm more experienced than him, so maybe this time I'm really confident.
Walk out.
year, and they're looking to punch their ticket to the finals. Give it up for T1!
Kelas. Oh, kewopannya satu-satu sih ya bersandingan antara Jason dan Kevin.
Your reigning VCT Pacific champions on the hunt for another title. Welcome to the stage, Paper Rex!
Paper Rex. Main game apa ini? Ah, kamu udah bahasa Indonesia pakai bahasa Inggris. Putri ini Putri bukan sih? Game Palo. Network gua nggak aktif kan? Bodoh amat lah dengan copyright.
And here we go into map picks. Really curious how this is going to go. We've seen both of these teams not really like to play Icebox, so I can imagine at least one of these guys would be banning it.
I mean, if I were like T1, I would want to try to bring out Breeze, because Paper X's Breeze against Genji didn't look too great. Or maybe, you know, come up with something that they are strong on, something like a Sunset or a Lotus. That again, that is where X could pop off.
Yeah, I know that Ilya, or excuse me, something said that they are more versatile right now. They can't play those non-duelist comps, but I think what T1 would like to bring out is maps where something doesn't play on that jet.
Ooh.
So, you know, just to maybe put Paper X,
Wait,
Paper X in a position where they're not the most used at it just yet.
Well, that makes sense why
Split,
Breeze
guys.
right? Because something was trying out that your wasn't too great, but Split and Ascent now. Okay. So this is where we have that Rossi Viper, you know, double controller along with Izu combo, but at the same time, Paper X experiments around sometimes. They bring out the Harbor with Forsaken, and it can be very interesting to see how these teams clash on that.
Or
Paper X loves to cook on Ascent.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just curious to see what the
T1-nya
yes, Decider. This was kind of an interesting map, because again, this is the map where we saw two
Abang
iterations of
Kevin
Paper X, the
tidak
one with Jay
bisa
with the double
pakai
duelist, and then the one without Jay
chamber.
with the no duelist comp. So again, I am currently unsure on what's going to happen here. And another thing is, these are maps that there's a possibility that X-Grid can bring out the chamber.
Yeah.
Possibility.
Or maybe Paper X tries a new composition.
So for second of the chamber.
That's what we're hoping for a little bit, honestly, right?
Do you hear us? We want to see two chambers today. It is not two chambers, but instead...
Wait, No.
No.
We're
back to back Yoru?
This is the T1. I mean, no, the talent.
The talent? But this is not that talent.
Tiga duelis anjir.
Oh my gosh, I hope it will not
Weh.
look like talent play
Weh,
triple
bro.
duels against CRX. That was
Bro, 3 duelis, bro.
Composition for T1, the double duelist. You know, we've seen that before. It works great, especially on that jet, opping off of his, you know,
Gak ada inisiator.
Rex now bringing Forsaken on this Yoru. That's gonna be very interesting if they know how to play around that.
I mean,
Apaan
he's
sih
used this
anjir,
multiple
Patrick?
times on mine. I'm loving to see it again on a different map here. So I'm just again taking it back by this, but there is a lot of things that you can't utilize with such high mobility.
Aneh-aneh lo dari kemarin anjir.
And again, one of the big thing is you can always combo that Viper and Raze on Paper X's side.
Well, one thing's for sure, both teams absolutely dumped their Sentinels. We are going to go into the first game of today, Split. We're going to go over to our casters. Have fun with this one.
Yes, thank you very much, and I think that we will have an immense amount of fun. I was wondering what was happening, saw it on my monitor, walked over to Alex before the walkouts and said, "What the hell are you guys doing?" And his response, pretty much verbatim, was, "We effing hate playing Sky." So here we are, ladies and gentlemen, triple duelist for Paper X. This is not something that we have seen in a very long time on any map, but Split especially. Not since Talon back last season, and I tell you what, that didn't go so well.
Yeah, I still remember the look on your face after that map. It was a very rough affair for all involved. But this time around, you got to expect it's going to be different. It's Paper Rex.
Sure.
Certainly with a Yoru, who's sort of a pseudo-initiator anyway. You know, that acts as their flash agent. That's going to act as their ability to get the entry since you don't have the Sky. Which kind of surprises me that they say this, because Ducky is like a player who I think of as like a really, really good Sky. So kind of curious to see how this is all going to pan out. I mean, Monyet, a phenomenal Raze. We know that from years ago before he switched over to playing controller for GE. Look, anything's possible with Paper X. I don't ever doubt what they're doing. I don't usually doubt Alex and his ability to really cook up something special.
This is that team that gets the grain of salt, that gets the benefit of the doubt when they pull out something absolutely wild and unexpected. But whether or not it's actually going to be put to good use, we'll have to just wait and see. Because we were excited, you know, in their opening series. The desk was talking about it a little bit, that Breeze coming through, getting to see something playing on the Yoru.
Aduh, Yoru. Berekspektasi apa gua anjir Yoru di Split? Ya, kalau Jason yang main ya nggak ada yang tahu ya. Tapi masalahnya nggak ada yang inisiator, Cio. Nggak ada inisiator, nggak ada sentinel. 2 smoker. 2 smoker, 3 duelis.
Hopefully you've got some water.
Here you go.
Because this is going to be a bumpy ride. Gate's going to be going down in 25 seconds. Let's see what this comp does do as they start on the defense.
I think Paper X is setting up for some kind of mid-hit here. You've got 3 players, along with Mind Freak, could throw a Paranoia, try to crunch with something in Monyet. Sitting pretty far back is Forsaken. Probably looking to set up the TP. Yep, there it goes.
Nge-throw sih.
They are getting ready, but T1 on the other hand, spreading out the map. Doesn't look like they're going for anything fast or aggressive. Really, the pressure here could be potentially on Carpe. Just gonna barely get away with it. PRX was just seeing if they would creep out from Ramen. Not gonna happen for now. Paper X is just gonna reset, but that is a little bit of information. You saw both the Raze and the Yoru there for Carpe, and he's gonna be taking his time. They're gonna use a star here, potentially smoke this off. Yep, Paper Rex. Now they await. With that Trailblazer there, you're starting to think that maybe this is going to be some kind of mid-hit. They're going to re-aggress towards this angle, but with the spike over on the other side, it's going to be the Sewers maneuver.
Something T1 and Sewers. They're going to cut their way back over towards A.
I was waiting for you to say
it.
The
gate crash has expired.
So it'll just be this 4-man push out here, peeking in towards Ramen. Checking Sewers, but nothing being seen.
Salah,
Still, only Ducky on this side of the map. He does have that Sheriff in hand.
Yeah.
No bites, nothing to really try to slow up any aggression into the side itself, aside from this toxic screen.
They're gonna go all the way around. Ducky, good for the opener though with the Sheriff.
Finds a headshot also from the Zaya player. He's gonna be knocked down to 78 health. No armor to speak of, so first blood is found here from Paper X, but now Spike being planted.
Spike planted.
T1, I mean, the triple push out into screens, taking really forward positions here. Trying to intercept. Ducky, aware of this. Just managed to get a little bit of additional damage down.
Ih, Ducky kayak Lilo anjir.
as something goes dashing forward out onto the site, looking for the duel there against KONTEN, who does manage to get the better of him with the classic. Then Forsaken quickly picks up a second kill. Now going to be struck down as X-Ray tries to hold the line, but suddenly it's all on Rossi here at backside. In that 1v1, got the dink into the chest shot, and T1 will walk away with the pistol round win.
Yeah, a great hold here from T1. This was a really challenging retake that they had to defend. Good job there clearing screens, kind of identifying that Dubai was more or less likely pretty alone there. They didn't get a lot of contact other than the sheriff shots that got the opening kill. So they're able to overstack that angle, take him down. And Paper Rex, coming from spawn, is pretty well identified and pretty well handled here. So potential tricky retake that T1 is able to scrape by with. Some fancy footwork and shooting from Rossi. It's going to get him over the line, and now you're able to get a few extra guns. And yep, Saya player with the Marshall finds Forsaken.
Down going to walkabout as that Nebula does go down. Execute for the vote. Bunya ends something into the ground. One kill traded back, but weapon not able to be safely recovered, so Mindfreak just has to leave it on the ground. By just checking to see if anyone got this lurk forward up over onto its ramp. Nothing spotted. But T1 at the moment, the entire map is their playground. They can go where they please.
I really like the way that T1 is approaching this. Immediately, when they see the triple duelist come out, it's a pump of the brakes across both the pistol and this round. They're not going to overcommit to anything. They're not going to give those duelists the ability to pop off for Paper Rex. We know they're capable of it. Really take your time. Really get your information in hand before you make your decisions. And this is really, really nice to see from T1 early. KONTEN doing a good job leading them so far. Nobody available for the defense on Paper Rex's side here on the B site. Mindfreak's going to try to make a wide wrap around through Ramen. Divide with the sheriff.
30 seconds left.
Gonna be making his way mid. Bit of contact.
Mindfreak trying to see if he can get any inkling of damage down here, but now the snake bite very much is going to be stopping him from pushing forward. And Rossi holding this position wisely. Again, stops Mindfreak from being able to get that weapon that had been dropped earlier on. Divide with another nice headshot though. Taking down Izu, making this a little bit more costly for the side of T1. Currently in a decent spot if side player can upgrade the Marshall. Anything more than that would still be a pretty costly anti-eco for them. So T1 not going on the hunt, not going to be thirsting for kills. It's going to be sat back, but KONTEN getting out of this spot. It proved to be mildly difficult. Going to start drifting away, and it looks like Divine not going to be swinging out wide enough to actually get the punish. So T1 should be able to exit. Maybe Mindfreak able to pick up something here as they turn the sights out.
Exit nggak sih, exit nggak sih, exit nggak sih. Aduh.
Mild distraction as side player dashes across, and KONTEN will be able to collect the two. T1 now 2-0 start as we get ready to go into
segala
bonus.
pakai 3 duelis yuk.
For this T1 squad now, you do have to anticipate that
ngetroll anjir Paper Rex
with
yuk.
triple duelist, that the attacker side is where they're going to be looking to do most of their damage. That is nasty, KONTEN. Hit a lot of heads with that Bulldog spray. Really nicely done. And already on round 3, the operator is going to be found for Saya player. So a big piece of weaponry going to be available. Something thinking about a bit of a mid-peak. It's another 3-man stack here to play for the orb. Be able to feed it over to Monyet, get him closer to that showstopper. There's a lot of T1 waiting. Again, they're expecting aggression. You got to imagine with this triple duelist comp that Paper Rex is looking to find favorable fights, overstacked fights, and try to claim victories that way. Again, so far so good for T1. I really like the patience. I really like the discipline we're seeing. And this early operator could be very, very challenging for Paper Rex to deal with.
Trailblazer once again. For to scout out through fence, swinging on the operator. A little bit of damage could be found, but KONTEN can go ahead and put a little bandage on that one for Saya player. Right back up to 100. Kill.
Ayo nyet.
For the side of T1 as they look to convert the
Ayo nyet, dapat nyet.
Yeah, just getting dinked right through the corner of the
Keculik
wall.
juga nih, Mindfreak. Aduh.
Drag that spray across. He gets taken down. Looking very dire here for the side of Paper Rex, who are going to have
saving lah, boy.
30 seconds left.
It's starting to feel a little bit like the start we saw from Paper Rex against Gen G, where it was a little bit slow, a little bit off. Doesn't seem like the pace and the feeling of the normal Paper Rex style, the W Gaming style, is quite there yet. But for now, might just have to be a save here for Divide and Forsaken. However, Rossi knows it, wants to go on the hunt, see if he can steal some extra guns away from Paper X.
Back up, scouting around the backside.
Udah
See if he's going
ini
to
aja rank
end up
aja.
clashing here with him.
3 duelis. Kenapa nggak 5 aja tuh?
Maybe too far outside of the box as far as where Paper X would be positioned.
It's that pistol round back in his mind. He's like, they did this last time. They came all the way through spawn.
Yeah, Ping is coming down. Checking around, nothing noted here. In the end, will be Divide and Forsaken holding onto their weapons, but T1 converting that bonus to move up 3-1 nice and early. Paper X with the timer stopped. That might be the intervention coming through here from Alex.
Yeah, and it's just a good hold in garage, and then a nice push-up for Saya player. Able to outduel Ilya. And then I like this move by Mindfreak. He gets ahead of the Sky Flash, expecting it to come. He just can't get his spray down in time, so...
Paper X main-main nih, padahal mau ke Madrid juga. Lu pada mau ke Madrid nggak sih?
Gonna have to see if they can get their heads on straight, but this is how many times have we seen Achilles where it starts out a little bit slow, and you're thinking, oh boy, maybe they just don't have it today, and then
wake up.
Start to pick it up until they're just an immovable object.
Well, this season once so far, but maybe twice now.
Yeah.
To come off the backside of this one, but yeah, no, historically, you know, the timeout calls here from Alex typically very much on point on when they will find the most amount of value. But this is very different territory. But then again, it was different territory that we saw from Paper X in their series versus Gen G, where they ran
andalan
duels.
Abang Alex.
So it's kind of inverting things a little bit here. Might not be 5, but with the way that these guys like to play, it may as well be. See if it's going to work out, though.
The tough part here for Paper X.
Lucky.
Yeah, why not? I knew you'd appreciate that. I think the tough part here for Paper X on their defender side is, of course, lack of ability to get information as well, right? Like, you don't have a lot of util that's going to go out and get you much info, sort of Forsaken on the
kill anjir, something
that's about
sama
it. So otherwise, you have to rely on contact. You have to play off of that. And T1 has done a masterful job so far of not giving up a lot of information, not giving up any free kills. Everything's been really disciplined from them, as we've come to kind of expect with this new iteration of T1 ever since the AVL. They felt really stable, really solid.
Nggak penting
and
sih
you're seeing it
informasinya.
once again here today.
Like the setup, but I'm not sure if Izu is going to fall for the bait here. Grab the orb, send out those stinger shots from Mindfreak after the orb is taken, making them think, okay, it's just little old me here, the Rays. Holding a stinger, definitely not around the corner with the Bucky in hand.
Never. Oh, Yoru just sent his TP into there as well.
Nice.
Second just swinging in, finds one. And yeah, now, I mean, even identifying what weapons are around the corner, you can see T1, they don't want to try to play into it. Wait out for a little bit longer here. Boombot's still in the back pocket of Monyet, can use that to scout and guarantee that there's still some presence outside of the garage. Rossi not quite catching that something had been positioned there in mid, so he gets drifted back over into mail towards safety as the smoke comes down.
30 seconds left.
Trying to cover as Monyet holds the corner. T1 now have to be wary about this. Every single corner that they go to push into,
Tawan dong,
they
Monyet.
have to suspect that there's going to be a Bucky around it, but as the Boombot will identify, and now know where he's positioned. There's the jump forward, a couple shots going in. Izu, I think he might have been mid-air.
Aduh, nice.
Forsaken just has them all
Yang
lined up,
belakang.
one after the other.
Tiba-tiba
Some 2 more kills to finish the round and get Paper X on the board.
Yeah, and you're seeing some good adjustments here where Paper X spreading the map a little bit, having Forsaken with that gate crash all the way on the other side of the map, able to come over and help Monyet. His whole play there is, I'm going to make contact with somebody on the other side, on A's side here. He got the kill, and then he TPs right over to help Monyet out, to set up this angle. You know, allow the Bucky to hold the corner, and he can hold the long side. He does a great job with it. Now he's got a dimensional drift.
Kevin bisa operator sih nanti defender.
A bit of a mid attempted setup, but a fast hit here, potentially from Izu. Maybe just gaining space initially.
Fast jump across. There's the flash, turns away from that one.
Aduh,
Actually take out Forsaken into something. Now the showstopper into play. Looking for a target. Everybody evacuating from the site. Defy actually slipping the net. Manages to slip right past Execute, who's still over at main.
Nice.
Yet will finish him off. Now his own showstopper at the ready. Spots Izu for a moment.
Nice.
Able to take him down. No further mobility. No escape. Monyet.
Harusnya ketahuan dong. Tadi suara airnya. Nggak tahu anjing. Davai.
He's already done it once. Gotten the last 2 kills to get him the pistol round win. He's been pretty good in these situations for T1 so far this year. really disciplined. And plenty of time to work with on the clock. Still has 47 seconds, so that's more than enough for him to try to wait for Paper Rex to get over patient, or over eager. Because Paper Rex sometimes not known for their, you know, their reservedness.
30 seconds left.
Definitely not. Still just holding back. I mean, eyes not even on the spike.
Toxins going up.
Rossi.
Toxin screen
Every single angle, every corner to check. As he plays with just as much ambiguity here as Paper Rex. He's going to try to
gak kedengeran.
over here towards the B site. Doesn't he think he might have just barely enough time? Right on the corner. And
ada waktu, ada waktu.
So close, but I think he just missed it.
Ih, tipis.
Wow, okay. By a fraction of a second. Now takes this forward spot again. HP bars here on the players of Paper
Ayo
Rex.
nyet, dapat
So,
nyet, dapat nyet.
very low. First contacts there. Monyet take it down to By now. Looking to push the corner. Rossi turning away from it for a brief moment. Goes back.
Oh, nice.
Will just manage to spot him out. 30 HP to keep Paper Rex afloat.
It's a brilliant attempt by Rossi. I mean, well done.
I really didn't think he had it.
I thought he would just come up short, maybe. But he got ahead of it by fractions of a second. And able to catch him off guard as well. Still had a couple snake fights there. Maybe could have used one to delay a little bit after he got the first kill, but Monyet, so tricky to deal with. And I like the change of pace from T1 this time. They say, okay, you guys are playing a little bit slower. You're playing for information. He did hit it. He's right.
Increasingly more lax these days. Well, hit it indeed. Monyet with a very explosive round.
PRX sekarang playstyle-nya agak disiplin ya, agak kayak WK gaming kemarin ya.
The number of timeouts we've had in 5 rounds of play.
I was literally just thinking the same thing. I'm like, we're 5 rounds in and we're 2 timeouts deep. Like, both of these teams already trying to feel each other out because, I mean, with Paper Rex, you have to expect the unexpected, but you know, how much unexpectedness can you actually prepare for? Like, the triple duelist here is pretty out there, even for Paper Rex.
There are far too many simulations to run to adequately prepare yourself for this team. We just don't have the processing power to make it happen.
No, there's not enough quantum computing in the universe that can accurately predict what Paper Rex wants to do.
But
wah, Monyet jadi layak nih.
With this lead, but does it last? 2 stingers coming into this one. They do have a pit, so they can get themselves onto the site. Would be in a good spot, but something is going to look for some early aggression. Backed up here by Forsaken with the flashes up in hand. Instead, okay, trying to snipe him out of the sky.
Wow! He hit him.
Oh, that's just insane from something. That's the line he
nggak ke-detect. Dapat. Aduh. Nice.
Managing to find one. Turns back, takes down Forsaken as soon as Carpe gets dropped. Now he's out on top of the ramp. And he manages to get to By.
Aduh.
What is this opener from Izu?
Something nggak dapet, Cok. Kalau udah dapet
This looked like it
timingnya.
was going to be a couple shorty kills for sure for Paper Rex. And instead, they're able to turn it on their heads. RT1, just great reactions from Izu. I mean, he's had some really, really great maps. Getting to see him on the Rays now. Really exciting stuff from him. He's hungry.
Aduh.
Monyet at that range.
Lo.
Okay, wants to jump across, grabs the operator. I'm not sure. Okay, not for the sake of fighting. Is that the weapon that you want? For the sake of saving, absolutely. So prize does get collected here. Monyet just going to be holding on to this one for dear life. To pass it back over to something, see if he can find some value going into the next round, because it seems like timeout call, very good. Izu performance, astounding in the round, frankly. And T1, they will now move up 4-2.
Well, I gotta say, I think one thing that's really encouraging for the side of T1 is you're able to react to these crazy plays that Paper Rex is willing to do. Oh my God, what?
Izu.
That's illegal.
Apaan sih,
You're
Izu?
not allowed to do that, Izu.
Oh my goodness, that is. Whew. Well, they're showing that they can hang in terms of mechanical ability with Paper Rex, that's for sure. Goodness.
God, go buy a lottery ticket.
Oh.
Oh.
My jaw is on the ground. That is just Insanity. I mean, but that's, you know, Izu said it in one of his interviews that he wants to be known as the faker of Valorant for Korea.
I'm not finding anything, but
Aduh, di bet. Aduh.
Sideplay could be around the corner, and Saya takes advantage monstrously. 2 kills found. Poison orb to deny the vision here at top
Harusnya
right,
something dapat sih.
Otherwise would be in a decent posted position.
Nggak ke-detect ini something.
But now it's going to be the pit, the cosmic divide. The kitchen sink just chucked in here. T1 wants to get this win. Side player, his reign of terror will come to an end. Something able to find his second kill of the map thus far. Still wary about that potential lurk. Back out around main, though, as we know, everybody is stacked up right now inside of this pit. Push up the corner, Izu finding one. They know that something's going to be here as well, and Izu's able to flush him out. Now it's all down to mine.
Nice!
There. He finds them both. Now brings it into a 1v1, but he has to try to flush Rossi out of this pit.
Main freak, clutcher.
Put it towards the back of the site here to try to clear this. Oh, he's going to miss with it.
Peluru lompat ya.
He's got to back away from
Peluru lompat ya.
He just has no real great tools to try to find this one. The retap again. There's the spray. Quick adjustment. Rossi able to take him down. T1 carrying on their merry way now 5-2.
Wow.
Great reactions here from T1. Obviously, Saya.
Oh, Saya deng.
Able to punish the aggression of Paper Rex outside of A main.
And they say, hey, let's use our own operator.
Yeah, why not? This is just great stuff. Just again, sort of understanding the way that Paper Rex wants to play some of these rounds, or they want to get aggressive. They want to catch you while you're trying to set up for your executes. Instead, T1 turns it on its head, shuts it down. Saya with a Blade Storm. Viper's Pit. Blade Storm as well for something. Pit comes down into mid.
Tuh defender dapat 2 di split anjir.
On Mind Freak and something to control the edges of this map. Try to keep T1.
GG nggak sih? GG map 1 nggak sih buat T1? Attacker udah dapat 5 anjir.
Oh, they're looking for the stun here as well. Yep. Barely managing to get out to safety. The Trailblazer expiring before it rounds the corner and spots them both within the B site. Also just watching to see if there's any forward push out of this Viper's Pit. Something continuing the jiggle here around ramps, but it seems like it's just going to be similar movement here from T1. Have some pressure outside of B, and then just drift through those sewers ever so quietly and get ready to attack the A site.
I mean, something's gonna have to come up huge, potentially. He is getting some help from Monyet and Forsaken. They're making their way there.
Dapat.
Aduh. Be able to dodge that.
Snappy flick, unable to get him there. Blitz now pulled out as side player wants to go for the entry, drops down into the cubby. Carpe in the meantime, watching Forsaken. It's something rather, is only going to be good for 1. Carpe taken down, Mind Freak and Divide. The last 2 standing, and even though they just have these stingers, they need to kill somebody, recover a weapon, and then go for the save. As Rossi snaps on to take him down. They try to play this one out.
Map 2 kalah sih GG sih, Cok.
Able to spot him out. Mind Freak just wanted to try to isolate somebody, get a kill, find something additional here, but side player with the off shot will make it Team Ace, and T1 will make it up to 6.
Yeah, again, they're just reacting so well.
Boleh ke map 2 langsung nggak sih?
Rex is trying to buy a little bit of extra time to get the reinforcements there, but Izu's so ready for it. While this is the first time Izu has played Raze here in VCT Pacific, he has played it some before. He was typically a duelist main, actually, before he came over to T1. If people don't know, you know, back when he was playing in the VCJ, he was often playing Jet. Sometimes Raze, but mostly Jet, so he's very comfortable. We've seen it on Yoru, right? He has played that this year.
It looked damn good.
Yes, exactly. So when you get him on the Duelist, you can see he's very comfortable. He has tremendous reactions, tremendous reflexes, and it's even giving Paper Rex a hard time. And speaking of hard times, Alex is giving having one right now himself.
He's trying to keep the arms folded, so
udah marah-marah.
slam
Udah marah-marah tuh si Alex.
I mean, this is a brutal position to be in. I mean, we're talking about it during the team walkouts. I mean, this is the reigning Pacific champions right now in a single elimination playoff versus the team that finished in 3rd. Obviously, some changes and glow-ups here for T1. Looking like a much different, a much stronger team this season.
Well, now you've
Paper X want to be the ones who are dictating the pace of this game. Right now, they are not.
No, exactly. And one thing that's really impressive with T1 that I want to touch on quick is the flexibility that Izu gives this team.
Boleh
He's played
sama
so many
gitu
different
anjir.
agents, so many different roles, and he plays them all
Boleh
extremely
sama,
well. Whether
Cok.
it be the Omen, the Yoru, the Rays now, he has been really impactful for T1. You can see just why they were so high on this pickup coming out of the offseason.
Ayo nyet, wake up nyet.
Haven't really gone for that many full sends here onto the B site. Now looking for it as, okay, the TP out, trying to engage.
Nice.
Up on the Raptors, able to take down Izu. So it's going to be one piece of the equation here taken down as the flashes. We managed to connect on the side player there, back side, or on the Carpe, I should say. Forsaken, swinging back in, managing to find him. Spike now stuck on the opposite side of the pillar. Excurate just
Spec
trying to stay
belum
tucked away
di-plan.
behind the box, stay quiet. As Rossi looks to get some space.
Wah, Escuret dapat cok, Escuret dapat cok. Nice, man freak. Nice.
Chasing in, getting that operator out of side player's hands. Seems like this timeout going to be working here for the side of PRX.
Udah Fai, lu nahan.
A long way to go to try to run this back, given that they're starting on the defending side.
Nice, nice.
Great little bait and switch there
Udah
between
Fai.
Mind Freak and Monyet. Able to get out. Ooh, Rossi does a lot of damage, gets the kill.
Takes him down. I mean, any kills they find. The cash right now here for PaperX is not in a good spot. So as much as they would love to just end the round right now, take that weapon out of Rossi's hands, try to deal some additional economic damage, PaperX can't really afford to go on the hunt here.
Yeah, I agree. They really shouldn't be, and Rossi knows it now. He's starting to be the predator, seeking prey.
10 seconds left.
Well, Forsaken.
6 sama bisa lah ya.
Round does pick up 3 kills to get PaperX 3 rounds. See if that momentum can continue, because so far it's only been 2 rounds consecutively that they got prior to this. Can they go a little bit deeper? It's going to be operator back in the hands here of something once more.
Yeah, and Mind Freak there, the TP is, you know, it's hard to know exactly where he's going to go. If he's going to go up, if he's going to go into the back alley, and Monyet takes advantage of that confusion, and then it's a great 1-2 combo from Forsaken and Mind Freak with the fake out into the paranoia, able to clear the back of that site, and then that sets you up for a little bit of time to rethink things, get Forsaken his ultimate, allow him to find the rest of the players that are on this B site, isolate Saya player, take him down. Really, really nice chain of events there for PaperX.
It's a bit more defaulty here from T1. Same setup that we've been seeing. Trailblazers check over defense. Only clear out 1, and now a gate crash back over towards screens here for Forsaken.
Forsaken nggak bisa nge-flank so dari petanya terlalu sudut gitu 90 derajat.
To flex between the two sites.
Saya player, slow creep up, Poison Orb for now, denying the flash, getting a catch. He's called back. Saya continuing to advance.
Oh my God.
Oh, the jiggle peek into the gate crash. Oh, Forsaken, you just absolute lunatic. Monyet, however, going to get caught. Side player finding the opening kill. Backside here from Mind Freak, catch the full flash.
Nice.
Paranoia, TP's forward on towards sight. The swing coming in though, and he's still trying to get the smokes down, but Carpe managing to hound him down around the corner. Finds the elimination. And again, the investment, they have the cash to buy another operator, but might need the cash push forward to try to buy for another teammate here. Caught inside. His Excurate ends up getting taken down, but his Forsaken can't get the transfer, can't find the follow-up. Now, he's just going to have to drift away back over towards the A site, op in hand.
Yeah, Forsaken with that information jump gate crash there kind of sets up Monyet, but Monyet can't convert. Saya player's ready for it. You know, great mental preparedness from T1 so far today for these really aggressive PaperX style plays where they're jumping in and out of smokes where you maybe normally wouldn't expect, or trying little cheeky combos like that. We saw it a bit in the previous round. Worked for PaperX this time around. T1 ready for it. By the time Forsaken gets back over to the site, it's already fallen apart, and he has no more utility left, so makes things pretty easy here for T1. 7-3 now. Starting to get a little bit worrisome for PaperX. If you can get 2 more, then I think on their attacker side, that's, again, where this comp is going to shine, if it is going to shine.
Yeah, that should be the spot. You know, given that you're bringing that triple duelist, having the aggression, the attack, on paper, it makes sense. But right now, in execution,
nice
on the defending side.
Why are you the one making dad jokes today?
Wasn't even intentional. I just couldn't,
you leaned into the paper quite a bit there. So.
My brain was slow, and I couldn't think of an alternative, so I just committed to it, unfortunately. now something. Okay, a bit of a change up. Going for this peak. Knows that they've been really utilizing the sewers to try to maneuver around the map, but this time it's a full collection of T1 right outside of A main.
Oh, but look at how much information and space PaperX has. Finally, these push-outs are starting to gain a little bit more value. This is how they have to work the map. Trailblazer, of course, Forsaken expecting pressure on the back of that. A lot of times the Trailblazer is going to be something that's going to lead the way for a potential hit, but T1 just seeing Forsaken thinks, well, he can gate crash out anyway. Why would we want to potentially risk it? You know, we know that PaperX has been setting up for these bait and switches. Let's take a little bit more time here before we go. It could just be a timed hit. See if they can catch PaperX being a little bit impatient, but all the information on the map, I would start to think that PaperX has a pretty decent idea that this is going to be A. I mean, you've had no contact A or B, or I mean, excuse me, mid or B.
Sabar banget lanjut T1.
But PaperX still looks confused. It looks like they think they might have peeled off and are sitting in sewers or something like that.
Oh, well, that's helpful.
Yep.
Okay, that's going to be the go button here.
Oh, udah dapet info, Cuk.
Izu on the entrance. Full flash there on a Forsaken. Pulls back into elbow for the time being. Saya player. Ooh, snappy. Managed to make a connection there with Divide.
Nice.
Mowing down 3.
Nice.
Saya, but that's fine for them. Forsaken will.
Nice.
Well.
Dapat lah, dapat 5 lah, dapat 5 yuk.
PaperX. Still hanging in there. They get themselves up to 4. And like you said, 7 and 5 would be a bad half for them, considering how dominant and widely has been.
Yeah, no. I think 7-5. You're actually pretty happy with this scoreline for PaperX. You know, it looked like it could go really sideways, really fast, but this round, Divide. Great timing to peek around that corner, find the entry, and then they line up for him. He's not going to miss those. So, you know, when PaperX seems to need a spark of energy, when they need somebody to stabilize for them, it's often Divide. He's often the one who can pick the
Forsaken just swinging out, taking down side player, not affected at all by any of that Yoru utility. See something. I mean, I think he actually wants to move forward, but he can't afford to do it. Another kill this early into the round would just be catastrophic for them. Early clear on that Trailblazer, but still concerned that it might have spotted out Mind Freak's forward position. He'll be pulling back. He sends up a smoke to try and dissuade any further push in towards B.
PaperX reading this pretty well. They're expecting this B hit. The pings came down, the smoke came through, and they're going to use that to try to just get up close and personal.
Jets so close to each other without really knowing it. Meanwhile, back over at B, thank you very much for the picture-in-picture.
Like that.
The spot there as Carpe gets taken down, but Moniad gets traded. Cosmic Divide now going to be invested. Mind Freak still at back sight. Izu starting to inch forward, but I mean, Carpe, or side player rather, he's calling that the rotation happened. He's trying to drag the team over towards A site, and they're going to do just that.
Yeah, this is really good communications here for the side of T1, recognizing that the other side of the map was going to be a little bit more open, hoping that the Cosmic Divide invested would buy you a little bit extra time, but
30 seconds
PaperX relatively aware of this. Divide's already over here.
And now something he's going to push out even further because those nebulas start spawning at speed. He wraps
nice.
The Divide gets himself up towards heaven. Drops down, spots Rossi for a brief little moment. Straight pushing forward and still
dapat.
The headshot. The jiggle out, just trying to get the timing, trying to get that headshot lined up. Speaking of timing, T1 running out of it.
10 seconds
finding
left.
one, a tap onto the plan, something up over the top. He's got the shorty, and he nearly gets the 180 midair to take him down, but Rossi plants his feet, shuts them out, and it's going to be 8-4 at the half with T1 way out in front.
Gotta like what you're seeing here from T1. Their ability to adapt to this comp so quickly and so effectively was truly impressive. And the way that they were able to read the map, maneuver around, find some really good opportunities. Again, match PaperX in terms of their speed and their decisiveness. That's something that very few teams have had success with in the past. So certainly, gotta like what you're saying. But again, this is going to be where this PaperX comp is really supposed to pick up steam, really supposed to pick up momentum. Is going to be on this Tacker side. You've got to expect it. You've got some crazy executes dialed up.
PaperX lagi nge-throw map ini, Cuk. 3 duelist, 2 smoker.
You can dash to pillar on one side, the Rays can go to the other. Yoru can TP somewhere, who God only knows where he's going to send those things. So it's going to be pretty chaotic here for T1. So they're going to need a lot of that awareness, a lot of that quickness that they displayed at times in that previous half. So, I mean, I wouldn't want to face this triple duelist comp in PaperX. It cannot be comfortable.
He's collecting his tickets, collecting his wristbands.
He wants a win.
Udah beberapa, 8-4.
Been coming to the games for a
Masih map pertama.
See that dedication as well as a significantly more riled up crowd.
They were fired up outside earlier before the event. They were loud. I mean, you could hear them.
They were lined up
hours.
I think 3 hours before I left my house.
Yeah, I saw Jake Shin posting pictures that the line was long.
I was like, damn, everybody's already there to the venue. I'm rolling out of bed right now. I'm about to get in the shower, get in my car, get ready to drive over there. Love to see it.
Bisa lah ya, comeback ya.
First pistol round went the way of T1. They double up in those figures here as
Udah dapat info Carpe.
Carpe getting some information, but not quite as tell-all as they would like. Gate crash in the meantime set up just along. That screens.
Nice.
Winning the opening fight. Gets the catch onto Carpe, swoops through, trying to spot the rest of the site. Now they know that it's clear. Spike can be planted as Mindfreak looks to hold the back line where this double push through sewers getting ready to come through. Scratch that, make it a triple.
Yeah, this is a lot of pressure. Gonna be on Mindfreak here. If he can get one, that'd be great. Two would be phenomenal.
Takes a hell of a lot of damage now. Seeing the push coming.
Alah.
Anything more. He's able to take
Coba
him down.
sabaran dikit. Dapat anjir. At least satu lah.
However, just shooting through.
Lah.
One, but side player comes in from behind. Manages to get the catch. Something will be able to take down Excurate as well. It's just now Rossi trying to see if he can get anything done. Time dwindling, look for the snappy headshot. Eventually does manage to stabilize and find Monyet, but still a lot more work to be dealt or to be done.
Nice.
Time to do so. Something will be able to get another kill here in the round as Paper Rex tie up the pistol round win. They pick up their fifth overall.
Map satu,
really
masih map
interesting
satu.
decision making here from both teams. Paper Rex gets hit by the guiding light early and just decides to just keep kind of five-manning it
Mapicnya si
slowly.
Perex
Isn't really
ini.
anything pacey here. They aren't using the jet utility. They aren't using blast packs initially to get onto the site. And then Forsaken finds that opener and they can just kind of stroll in because it got left open. The guiding light ping doesn't send any reinforcements over from T1. You're not exactly sure in that moment. Is it just one player? Is it just two players? You have no idea. That is all five of Paper X that are there, and they're going to try it again.
They are. Oh, Isu going to be spotted.
Nice.
Side players find out on ramp, going to be taken down, and it's a blink, and you miss an explosion of death. Everyone's dead in the blink of an eye.
Tadi.
And Paper X win the round.
There you go. That's a Paper X round. Right there.
Right, let's,
Nah, bisa nih.
roll the replay.
Ngeras terus. Terus. Stack 5.
They had the right stack read.
I think Mindfreak TP's in here. Oh, they just walk out in front of him. Yeah.
There's three.
Okay. They just walk out anyway. That's the other thing with this
bro.
comp you got to remember. Not only do you have the jet dashes, you have the blast packs, you have the gate crash with Forsaken, you have the TP with Mindfreak as well. They're going to be all over the place. It is going to be so hard, potentially, to keep track of them. Monyet just taking a little bit of space early.
Gas.
Oh, he's ready for it.
Yeah, just rushes up. Does take a little bit of spam damage there from Monyet, but overall, it'll be worse for Ware. A little bit more through the box. Boombot going forward. It's going to get cleared out, so get rid of the gate crash as well. Paper Rex, I mean, they're in a forward committed position now.
Nice!
One, but they don't need to.
Cutting through.
Forsaken.
Ini dia.
Barrels through them.
Ini dia.
Quick kills.
Gak perlu inisiator, yang penting W
Looking for the
gaming.
rest of them. He's on for an ace, but I don't know if Rossi and Carpe are going to even be able to try to give him the time
Dapat
of day.
Davai.
Push forward, Carpe is able to find Divine. Now that they bring
Udah
in
main trick. Nice.
the 1v2. See if Rossi can work his magic.
Just bananas what Forsaken can get away with. They just kind of walk and line up for it. They're trying to peek together to try to shut down that push. It's the right idea. It's just the wrong
Udah main
angle.
trick. Santai.
Locked in. Rossi trying to get in there before
Nice.
Bloom, but can't quite get that crosshair trained on Mindfreak, so he manages to stand his ground. Swapping around the weapons here. Paper X suddenly 3 rounds consecutively converting a bonus like T1 did before them. Find themselves just 1 round away from tying this up.
I mean, again, you can see that at the beginning of the round there is some awareness of this pacey, W key gaming style that Paper X is going to play. Izu has been really good in these moments at handling some of the initial pressure, but it's just that one kind of missed timing there from T1. The stars align for Forsaken, and we've already seen it once in this map. Now he's done it again. He's given the opportunity to get multi-kills off of just a crouch spray, holding an angle.
Call going to be made as Rossi says, guys, I need some assistance. Backs away. Screens in for a moment. Wants to try to get a catch on anybody pushing up into the smoke, but it seems like Paper X not really going to bite on that one. Instead, we'll just full corral into the site. And just given T1's rotations through sewer consistently in this map thus far, I suspect that they're going to be very well aware of this. So Forsaken for now, just going to be posted up on that line. Ready to try to intercept anybody.
Dapat nih. Saat. Aduh.
Wow. The headshot managing to find one extra.
Nice.
That Guardian to use managed to come
Nice
up with a kill of his own. Still though, 3 players alive. Rossi finding Mind Freak, and things are starting to unravel here for Paper X. Double flash in towards something, trying to stop him.
Nice, nice.
But they're just so low. He cleans him up, and Devi gets Rossi at the same time. Bloody, a hell of a lot closer than we might have anticipated given the thrifty attempt, but it is Paper X winning the round, and now tying it at 8-8.
Yeah, I mean, Paper X is anticipating this, and T1 still almost makes it happen just off their gunplay. Carpe is so good with those sheriffs. That is one of his calling cards for sure, is his ability to utilize those one-tap weapons to great effect. He's been tremendous. And
trying to jazz him up.
Yeah, they're getting there. You can never count Paper X out. Slow starts don't mean a darn thing to their mentality. They do it all the damn time.
I mean, just look at this though. The conditioning, they go over to the A side consistently, and now they just shifted up to a big extra. However, looking forward, not taking the bait on that fake out. Now the strike, managing to find 2. Can't get the transfer over to the 3rd. Brother v brother. For a second, comes out on top in that tool as Devi hits Izu, intercepting him in mid. They have an operator invested into this round. T1, do they even try to go for this? Well, they certainly do now. Showstopper, however, from Munyet. Forcing them back down the stairs. He's holding it for the moment. We'll just let this go. Won't find any value from it, but he buys time. 2v2. Devi push back over towards garage. Side player catching
udah nyet. Aduh. Nyet, santai nyet. Nice. Nice nyet.
Not ready for this one at all. Munyet will pick up the 3K to close out the round.
Great bait and switch there.
Monyetnya Kalimantan. Terbaik. Enggak sih, monyetnya Bali.
We're seeing one of those explosive, utilizing those maneuverability plays that you were kind of anticipating with this triple duelist comp. And it's Devi on the lurk that catches the big kill onto Izu to keep his raise from having any impact on that round. Nice pull on the showstopper. Yeah, you don't get any kills, but you bought a lot of extra time.
Itu kalau misalkan Kevin
santai
nembaknya dapat 3 cuy.
Gak
cuma 2.
Even though it doesn't come down to that, the ideas are really solid.
Harusnya. Ini kan so tahu ya, rank Iron mah.
How you can slow this down.
The rally back has just been immense. I mean, what, 5 rounds in a row now in this second half. So that's going to be all of our timeouts used for either team can make it to double digits.
Yeah, it's been all Paper X the entire half. And that's got to get a little bit concerning. I mean, again, you're also in a similar position though as T1, right, where you don't have a Sentinel. So it's hard for you to slow some of these hits down without making contact, without getting into the faces of Paper X and actually trying to out-gunplay them. And few teams can make that happen. Now, you do have some really good ults here for T1 to maybe go for those contact plays and find success with the Blade Storm and the Showstopper.
Well, the last thrifty attempt was a pretty damn close one here for the side of T1. We'll see if this can have a similar effect. The side player will have the knives. Showstopper is there for Izu as well. So now just going to be popping these, but not looking for the jump, not looking for a big, 4 or 5 man stack push from T1. Everybody just fanned out across the map, playing this one out very patiently.
Man, look how deep this star is.
Okay, there's a jump in.
Oh my god.
The top of the flash, absolutely gorgeous. Exterior still
Nice.
but Forsaken takes out Carpe.
Yoo-hoo. Comeback Israel, brother.
Around from behind.
Yoo-hoo. Easy peasy.
They are still noting this, especially as the jumps and the cloudbursts come down. They know exactly who's there.
Chasing Ghosts, his Saya player. He's expecting somebody to play right around this corner.
In the meantime, Devi getting ready around the corner up towards Mail. Rossi is looking for it. It's point blank range. So that Stinger can find value, and it does. He's also able to find something. There's the showstopper.
Oh, Roja. Nice, Roja. Nice.
Not able to find the headshot there with the Guardian. Rossi,
santai.
Finds Forsaken.
Santai. Mind Freak.
Nice. Mind Freak gets the headshot again.
Nice.
Such a strong effort here from T1. But if he's able to adjust that showstopper a little bit more, that would have been the round done and dusted.
I mean, just unreal timing from Forsaken on that gate crash to get out of the way of this showstopper. He knew it was coming, and he set that up as a bait. I mean, he's just so brilliant on Yoru. He's just absolutely one of the best in the world.
Oh boy.
I love this. That we get to listen to the Paper X comms in between rounds.
Especially when you have a brother on the opposite side of the stage.
That's true, that's true. You gotta taunt the older brother, no doubt about it.
I mean, we've seen the success of the brothers over in EMEA as well.
True.
And now they're on opposing sides. As Forsaken spotting him out, Pageshell's coming down. He's trying to jump out, but a little too aggressive. Rossi ready for that one. Something does manage to find the kill, however. Picking him down now, looking to entry down onto the site. As the flashes come flying.
Menang, nice.
Eventually does fall. It's actually
Ini dia.
the kill.
Ini dia. Ini dia. Nice. Aduh, dapat nice. Aduh, something. Nggak santai nembaknya, Cioks.
However, still holds on to that operator. Mind Freak, he's in the garage. Doesn't spot anything. Izu makes his presence known here, up in heaven.
Clearing right underneath sight.
He's trying to clear out this box, but
yeah.
Pageshell's kind of
missing
out on that opportunity.
Yeah.
Manya just holding Patsai, not looking
nice.
for it. Walks right into the crosshair. Now it's all on Izu. Swinging back
nice.
There with the crossfire. And so far, that second half round win continues to elude T1. 7 consecutively now as Paper X get themselves up to 11.
Well, you expected it to be good, and it certainly has been great on this attacker side for Paper X. No slowing down here. Tough position for Izu, trying to
dah, GG speed dah, PRX gua kira kalah aja. Well,
on the site itself, not behind that box that he maybe was anticipating. Maybe had a read in some previous VODs or something that was the box that Monyet liked to hide behind, but this time around, not going to be the case. Something going exploring.
Dapat info sih.
Do have Saya playing anti-flash around that corner.
Rasanya dapat info sih itu.
Starting to work around the edges of the smoke. Rossi catches a glimpse.
That fight down. The vulnerable. That allows for him to come out on top, taking down Dubai. He crashed out, pushing forward.
Nice.
Not even deep enough to actually catch him, but Forsaken still pushing through the wall. Comes up with a kill. Side player puts that to use it, finds something extra, wrapping back around over towards this A site. Catches the enemy Yoru and gives T1 a man advantage and their best chance at closing out a round since.
Aduh, mati nih Mind Freak. Aduh, nice.
Mind Freak still getting tagged down to just barely any HP.
Alas ya boy. Alas ya boy. Ayo clutch net.
Behind it cannot find Carpe. T1 will break the winning streak. Themselves back into the driver's seat, at least for a round, as they hand this over to Carpe for the defuse.
Dapat CT-nya.
Now it's just 2 rounds separating.
Yeah, and this time around, they're able to anticipate the pressure a lot better. Saya player doing a good job holding the top of the ramp, not giving anything up there. On the site, Rossi, fantastic work. A lot of damage. Then Saya able to sneak around that corner with that judge, put it to good use. Not checking it. A little unaware. Were Paper Rex. Now, I with a pit. Xcurate does have his Cosmic Divide.
Something with a shorty.
Well, that's a given. He's got a Blade Storm and a shorty. It's a day that ends with Y, so, something's going to have a shorty, no doubt about it.
Okay, the site itself is open. Saya player.
Aduh, nggak dapat.
Manages to find it. Wow. Something just not lining them up here. Site's still going to be taken by Paper Rex, but they're not aware that this is completely empty otherwise, so still are taking their time trying to move up, worried about that potential deep lurk, back screen, or an elbow.
But look where Monyet got. He's way in spawn.
But no one's rotating towards him. So he needs to be the one to go and backstab. Could still push up in towards heaven, but actually maybe Rossi is going to end up walking right into him.
Do they know that he
Nah, dapat nih 1, 2, 1, 2, aduh.
Rossi does find him.
Monyet
Seemed like
nggak
he was
dapat
very well
Rossinya,
aware that
Cok.
somebody could have taken that position. He has flushed him out.
Bisa ini mah, bisa yuk, bisa.
Divine Forsaken to try to hold the line as the gate crash comes in.
Nice. Hey, aduh. Ayo Fi, aduh.
Holds it, Saya player. The classic comes through to get rid of the enemy Viper.
Kenapa CT-nya nggak dapat sih? Nggak
Nggak
dapat kill, Cok, monyetnya.
Now T1 is really starting to get a good feel for how this is all going to go down. Good read by Rossi. Such great communication and awareness here from T1 to know that there's a player back there. He was expecting it the whole way. So by the way, he's peeking that angle. Just a little bit of a drive-by there. Just slowly, methodically flushing Ducky out of the backside of that Viper's pit. And Forsaken, when he TP's out, it doesn't fool anyone. They're ready for him. This takes us, an extra man to get the job done. So this is just so smart from T1.
The triple stacking ramp. They check it towards Heaven. Showstopper going forward, not spotting anything here on the site. Again, it's going to be right off to them that it is clear. Forsaken in the meantime, dead, lurking outside. B site over in garage.
Spike planted.
Some heals found, but so that Showstopper gone. Monyet just going to get posted up.
Udah Nyet, lu nahan aja Nyet, di situ Nyet. Lu judge soalnya Nyet.
This would get Paper X up to map point. T1 though, a chance to steal this away, get this back under their control, take Paper X's mapping away from them. Boombot for now.
Apaan sih 3 rem?
Instrumental if he finds it as something. It's a full flash to the face. Izu now in onto the spike, looking for the fuse.
Nice.
He's held at the half. Mindfreak coming up with 2. Gets off that spike. Izu puts down the buy. Showstopper in hand. He built it up. He puts him down. And with the defuse, T1 tie it up 11-11.
Oh, just phenomenal stuff now. T1 starting to win those individual battles on the flanks of the map. Starting to open up the space, give them the opportunity to set up for these retakes. Really start winning some tough fights. But if you lose Forsaken, if you lose him on those edges, that's a lot of your flashes gone. The only thing you have left is the paranoia, and that was already invested. So here, all you have is the smokes and the phenomenal gunplay and maneuverability that Paper X can employ, but T1's just better. And the Izu that time, not going to miss his showstopper. Now Forsaken does have this dimensional drift. You have all 5 members
3 orang gitu-gitu terus.
For this A hit, dimensional drift is going to come out right away. Saya player going to be spotted, going to be backed off by utility. Paint shells invested.
Ayo dong expect yo. Dia berkali-kali loh gitu loh.
There's the fake out. Saya trying to make his exit safely, gets around the corner. Life is intact. Close angle though. Swinging around. They will be forced back. They have to respect this operator. Monyet looks to try to hold here in Heaven. Cosmic Divide.
Dapat sih Monyet.
Gonna try to push them forward here with Monyet finding one. Jumps back behind the wall. Keeps himself alive and in the fight. Here for Forsaken, but the shorty wins it out. Saya player finding one before getting traded out. Mindfreak comes with the kill. On the dash, Ross finds something. Monyet take it out.
Nice. Nice.
Backside. He's in the corner now, and they can't stop him. Ducky with 3 means absolutely nothing as T1 take the round away. The wall was everything for their win.
Just such a beautiful cosmic divide for so many reasons here for T1. One, it cuts off all of Paper X, completely on how T1 is trying to attempt this retake. And then the follow-up is it gives them enough of a corner on the plant that you cannot spam through it. You have to get like right on top of Carpe to stop it. That's got X-Current fired up.
Dikadalin sama abang guys.
Unreal. And now we're here at map point. T1 looking to take this one away from Paper X with a scent on the horizon.
Gila.
Nade out a little bit of damage found over at B. There's T1 looking to get aggressive themselves. Seeker's now going to be let loose, and that is going to tell the full story here. Paper X's positions as they clear this out. Something in a rough spot. Might have to dash across,
Aduh, GGNT dah, GGNT ini mah. Bisa lah ya.
Not allowing for that counter swing to come into play. Nebula set up. Extra makes his exit back through Ramen out to safety. Is Mindfreak now going to be TPing forward here on.
Jangan. Son, please.
Rossi, the shorty held.
Spike planted.
Checks close. The snake bite coming down. Forsaken now reading that as Mindfreak gets himself up into Heaven. Plays off the back of the flash, trying to peek in.
Mati nih ya. Nice.
Managing to find 2. Suddenly we find ourselves now in a 3v3 as Paper X trying to take
this. Son, dapat Son. Nice.
Overtime.
Nice.
Oh, it is not done yet. Playoffs, how I love you. 12-12. We're going to overtime.
Ini gua seru nih.
Just spray it down.
Ini.
The fadeaway from Forsaken. And what a map he's had so far. 25, 18, and 5 on the Yoru. Mind Freak having a whale of a map as well. Is that the Odin that I'm going to be seeing potentially on the defender side here? For the side of Paper Rex, we'll see if he keeps it, but the full flashed. Just knew he had the crosshair placement, trusted in his own instincts. Gets that kill, and what a setup there to get Mind Freak up on top and get that spray down. Completely befuddles T1, not expecting it at all. Okay, no Odin, but there is an operator for Saya.
Going for the glass cannon. He's been clean with it so far. T1 now back here on the attack. Trying to see if they can rework some of that magic we were seeing from them in that first half. It's Forsaken inching forward here into the smoke, but it's such a heavy stack. There's a flash.
Nice! Balik. Nice! Woo! Nice, brother!
May have just stolen this round from
Nice!
How does that work?
Flash Omen, Flash Yoru. GG lah kau.
Tucked away in backside.
Nah itu dia. Aduh.
With the operator in hand.
Dapat ya.
Clutch many a time with a sniper in hand, but this one I think might be a bridge too far, but have I spoken too soon? Seeker's now built up Divine, getting himself over here towards the site. Everything to do, swings aggressively over top of the snake bite.
HP-nya.
Vulnerable down to 55.
Low HP.
Something on the corner, and Divine in heaven above him. It seems like such an impossible
Nice.
position, and it is.
Yo.
Carpet will go down, and Paper Rex
One
will
more
get
round.
themselves up to match point.
I mean, this flash is just not expected at all by T1. I mean, one of their players had to hide behind the box because he got full flashed as well. Up and in. And they're just like trying to get out of there, and they can't do anything. Unbelievable.
Dude, I spilled the water. Fuck.
Wow. Now the Paper Rex get up.
Apakah T1 ketar-ketir, brother? Yang tadinya 84, ini merenung aja, ini serius banget, ini.
Good God, guys. We haven't been able to talk in like 10 rounds. Stuff's been going wild. I got a lot to get off my mind here.
I mean, now it really has to work because that was a defender side round win for Paper Rex. That's the side they struggled with much more. It felt like in a lot of ways. So certainly it did go to overtime, so it wasn't that big of a difference. At the end of the day, you really, really need to dial up something special here. Make sure you're ready for Paper Rex's aggression. See if you can really shut this down. And looks to me like they're setting up for an A hit. A couple stars down already, expecting some kind of pressure. Try to gravity well at the front door of the site.
Menang ini Maya, menang gas.
Gonna invest a lot of stars.
Mereka nge-stack A,
on the B
ini
site.
ke B.
Seen a
Dah
double smoke
GG,
off of that.
dah.
Try to play protection because that is
Ya, lawannya Kevin doang.
right outside of garage. Paper Rex.
Kevin bukanlah monyet di split.
Reinforced by Carpe as the Nebula comes up here backside. Shorty in hand there from something goes up and over. Swiftly delivered to death, but Extrit.
Spike down B.
We'll find two. The lob
Nice.
spray. Mind Freak comes away with it now into a
3 lawan 3
3.
yuk. Bisa lah. Davai dapat.
Deep lurk. Made.
Ada step Davai.
He has spotted him. Outratting the round.
Gak expect sih sebenarnya.
Gives T1 a man advantage.
Dia masih di situ, Cuk.
Freaking money yet now. M&M to try to close out this round and win the map.
Santai nyet.
Just a teleport.
He's right here at the top of the row.
Apa sih, men?
And now it all falls to the newest member of Paper Rex. 1v3 clutch to finish it. Otherwise, T1 tying us again, extending this OT. He's pushing out, spotting one. Izu taking a bit of damage. He's looking for more. Last pack lock, back. He doesn't reset the aim. T1 will get the defuse, and they will keep us in this map.
I was gonna say, where have we seen this before with Mon yet? With that pillar, but he was playing a very different agent this time around. Not gonna be able to come through with the heroic clutch on split as we saw in the previous season. I love the way Xcurate plays this because it's the same smoke setup that he had the last time they pressured him on that on that side, but he changed angles. He went to the back of site, not playing on site instead, and that confused PaperX enough that it took a little bit to displace him. There's the Odin, I was wondering.
Well, now that they're on the defender side, he's going to bring this one out. I mean, Forsaken has worked miracles with this gun. At internationals, you think about him on Pearl, blowing down 3 people.
Yeah.
Flash out, the rush forward. Something
Nice.
within the smoke, however, shuts out Side Player very swiftly. Boombot cleared. He wants a re-peek. Oh my God!
Nuh-uh.
He's waking up.
Golly.
Boombot cleared, but map control very firmly in the hands of PaperX.
There. Yeah, they just do such a good job here. I mean, what do you do against that? What do you do against something when he's that fast? That very few players in the world can handle that play. That's almost unbeatable.
That just grinds everything to a halt here from T1. Staying quiet. Pack mentality. 5 on the jiggle does get punished. Kill found, snake bite to try and stop any push coming out of stairs.
Ya. Duh, nyet. Lu stay aja dia nyet.
Quietly, they're going to cut their way back over towards this A side, slowly creeping down the vents, but Monyet does arrive, but
balik lagi
I'm trying to see what kind of rotations have we drawn out. They work their way back over.
Dapat sih. Something dapat lagi sih.
Just below heaven.
1 lagi absen. 2.
Gone. Something unable to find the kill. Does put Rossi down to 75. It's Mind Freak now TPing around the opposite side of the pillar. Execute there. Time dwindling. They're going to have to go for this plant. They're going to have to stick for the spray.
Nice. Yeah, nice.
They don't have to do anything else aside from not die. Monyet will get one. They're on the back end. As we continue to go blow for blow, PaperX once again at map point.
And PaperX loves to play with smokes, to get aggressive inside of them, and the layered smokes in mid allows something to pick up the first. The second is just God tier. Just God tier play. Again, what do you do against that? And he's ready for the follow-up. I like the way T1 plays this, though, in the mid-round. I like that they do the double pump, because for PaperX, without the ability to get info easily, they have to kind of gamble on which side they're going to be playing, and you can see they're already shifting their weight towards the A side. Now, Operator again, glass cannon for Saya, up and over is something.
And spotted him, knows that he's going to be up there on the rafter. Quite not deep enough to really get Saya, but matter. Rotates across it, gets some damage.
Aduh, bunda saya. Speknya di Heaven lagi, Cioks. Aduh, dapet ini, aduh.
And let's keep it going. 14-14, T1 reset us again.
Yeah, now we're getting to see that Saya player we know and love.
Something
the operator so
kah?
strong in his hands.
Enggak.
Able to put it to such great use there. Able to avoid that initial pressure. Find some nice angles. Get some big kills to open this one up. Saw something go up there. Forsaken was up there as well, trying to come down. It's a really nice piece of work from Saya player. We're back to even Stevens. Odin once again here for PaperX on this defender side. There was a moment where T1 heard it fire in the previous affair.
Oh, Izu. Full blind, but they didn't realize that he was behind the box.
Nice, Davai. Dapat timing. Aduh, nggak dapat lagi Rossi.
Taken out by Rossi over at main.
Nice.
However, the Odin half arrived. Comes up with 2 quick kills. TPs himself up in the heaven. We can't redraw that.
Kelamaan itu ngebuka foggingnya.
Saya player gets him in the head.
Disgusting. Great awareness from Saya player. Goodness.
Now the 2v2. On the freaking screens, something approaching from main. They make eye contact for a brief moment, and now Saya player turns his sights back over and turns away.
Nice. Nice.
Guns them both down. Doesn't know where the hell this is playing, but doesn't matter. He's got all the time in the world.
Mukanya, Cio.
Collect yourself, take a breath.
Aron.
He's so fast. He's so fast here to get this double. And this looks like it might be problematic until the Odin.
Nah, foggingnya malah.
Once again, another one where
Aduh, nggak
T1
dilihatin.
just gets caught lining up, and that is so nasty, Mind Freak. Goodness.
T1 lagi nih mah.
They're just
Apa PRX?
unbelievable. The way that it looks like a round is about to completely slip away from Paper X. And then they just find that perfect moment, that perfect
Harusnya
angle,
PRX
that
sih.
perfect
Soalnya
timing to completely turn things around. And an opportunity here once again for Paper X to shut it down, but this one feels like maybe we're not done. I don't know.
Well, this is why we see the timeout called here from Alex. Has been holding on to this ever since OT began. But given that they've been struggling to get those round wins, as soon as they shift off back onto that attacker side, it's time to intervene now. Try to give them a solid game plan to finish this map.
Certainly, you got to feel like if Paper X has their defender side figure out, it's only a matter of time before the sand in the hourglass runs out for T1. But we'll see. They've got that glass cannon once again. Last time that worked a treat for a Saya player. This time he shifted over to the B side. You've got X-Curate along with Carpe up on A. So a lot of ability to, again, try to shut down some of these fast hits. The stars are placed. Try to keep things in place, and they might try to make a play at ramps. We'll see.
They allowed for a side play to get an immense amount of value the last time he had the op in hand. This time, though, he's posted up on the opposite side of the map. Monyet going for the entry. Grafwell looking to try and delay. No one down on the site there to receive this aggression. You can see side play. He's still anticipating that lurk that Dubai has been going for is still going to be coming through, or Forsaken is going to be trying to rotate around, having set up a gate crash. But just now, the call comes in for him to rotate.
It's these screen holds again.
But he's watching for it, and as the smoke dissipates,
nice.
at least one, and right now,
Nice.
Something, however, entering up into heaven finds Rossi, taking down the enemy Viper. A lot of that flush out utility with Snake Bites now going to be gone. Saya does get his mark. Monyet taken down.
Aduh.
Finds Forsaken. Keeps them in this round. The drop down.
Santai dong. Nice.
Now it's all on the Saya player.
Nice. GG.
And he just doesn't have the time.
GG.
Finish him off. And Paper X 16-14 will take the opening map here in playoffs over T1.
Yeah, and in this last round, giving him a little bit of space, trying to play for retake. Paper X just having none of it. The phenomenal crossfire setup towards heaven really just shuts things down, and Paper X manages to get the triple duelist to go. Who else?
And if you told me coming into today, Forsaken, he's going to drop over 30 in the opening map versus T1, I'd be like, really? Playing Sky? That's kind of crazy. And then you told me Yoru, I'd be like, I see it now.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
We're aligned. I'm understanding. But good God, I mean, no one could have seen this coming at all. And I've got to say, props to T1 for handling it really well in that first half and also running this really closely, because going up against Paper X in general, it's hard to find your footing, but they stuck in this one. But now we have their map pick up a set, getting ready to come up first. Let's go to break down all of the crazy lunacy we just witnessed.
Pacific, are you not entertained by the very first game of today in the semifinals? That was incredible.
gue masih kaku ya. Bah, 70. Oh, belum. Anjir 77 doang. Wah, 77 doang. Belum kan? Oh, udah mulai, Cuk.
Very different from what we've seen from.
Belum. Ada. Aduh.
We've got that Harbor, you know, they played that against EG.
Yeah, I think we all want to see what Paper X is going to play on Ascent. I know there are a bajillion watch parties going on, and every time Ascent comes up, it doesn't matter what region, everyone's like, well, except for Paper X, who does something a little bit crazy. And you're right, T1 is the other team who's now doing it. I think this is the first Ascent we're going to see that's going to get very spicy here in Pacific.
Yeah, I'm honestly thinking that Forsaken might bring out the Harbor coming into this one. Because again, what I do like about that is if we're going to go against a composition where Rossi and Izu will go for the double control, you want your own safety with your own smokes. Kobe, I think, is a very good answer as to how to entry onto the site. So at least I'm predicting it, but of course we have to wait.
If we do have Forsaken as the Harbor, then my question to you, Asarai, is what are the rest of them going to play? You know, are they going to have that Viper to go along the Harbor, or is it going to be an Omen? And what about the Duelists? Are we going to see a Chamber, or is it going to be, you know, the Reyna coming out from something again? But then you would need, you know, a secondary Duelist to substantiate that Reyna. You would have Monyet on a probably not Jet, maybe a Raze. What does that look like?
Okay, we are going on to the debate. I love this. I think like you don't really need to have a secondary Duelist when you have a Harbor, because you set up the Cascade, you throw out the Reyna Eye, the Leer to kind of follow up for an out of nowhere smoke, and to get the safety of your High Tide plus the Cascade, or not the Cascade, but the Cove. I feel like is already enough to push into certain sites. There's so many angles on a set that again Harbor I feel like can really dig into that. But again, it's
alah, malah iklan, brother. Wih, udah pick bro, udah pick. Udah pick. Udah pick. hero. Apa tadi hero-nya? Agent-nya.
Oh, this is gonna be a spicy one. We are gonna go into Italy and see what these two teams have to offer. Over to our casters, Achilles and Paperthin.
Yes, thank you very much. We continue on our merry way with PaperX trying out new stuff.
It's the best. There is nothing else better than walking into a match with PaperX playing because you never know what you're gonna get. And this time around, really curious. So one thing I noticed in watching T1's Ascent VODs was they don't get like super aggressive towards mid. They're not generally going to be looking for picks. And so one thing I'm really keying in on here for PaperX in a potential counter strat opportunity is the Seize Nade combo with the Fade and the Raise, because you can really catch some players of T1 in some of these choke points on the outer edges of the sites or on the doors of the sites. Mindfreak going to be the one lurking on the Viper this time around. No information given over to T1. They didn't see him.
Yeah,
didn't hear the shots.
Interesting that that's the swap up here. The Devi is going to be going over to that Omen and Mindfreak playing Viper.
That is also interesting. That's a really good point.
There just has to be some form of difference in comfort here as Camp be spotting out Mindfreak. Side player just around the corner. Ooh, yep, seeing each other now. Given the Sai has already been tagged down to 50, he's going to have to just back away a bit. Still going to be within B main, wants to try to catch somebody here. As the counter swing is ready to go, there's the lineup on the one. Finds it, but he and Xcrit both going to be taken down.
Look at this, already feeding those orbs like Kasar I was just talking about, but a good shot.
Aduh. Terabsen sama Carpe, boy.
And now suddenly Mindfreak, the 1v2. Spike is in hand, market door. Oh, you can see Rossi was trying to peek in underneath that before he got fully shut. They're going to have to break their way through. But do they do this one at a time, or do they feel the need to try to go for time here?
30 seconds left.
For now, they're waiting because they're noticing we haven't heard a spike get planted, not even a tap on it. Jiggle out. Now they know that Mindfreak's going to be out in mid. Ball comes up. He's going to rotate his way over towards A.
Going to be able to get the plant down at least, it looks like. Especially with the door. Be closed there. Now they're going to try to come all the way through short A, so could send one up through glass, but I believe that's been broken, so certainly noise going to be made here to alert Mindfreak to where they're going to go.
Paranoia at the ready.
Yeah.
Flies across.
Aduh, ente boy. Ente boy.
Again, we'll take an opening pistol round.
Great timing there with the Paranoia, right as they're getting through the door. Makes it where Mindfreak has to get the first one, try to hide behind Dice and kind of pray, but they don't even give him the opportunity. Rossi there, good for it. So far, on the pistol round, PaperX not able to find what they're looking for. This is just absolutely freaking disgusting from Carpe.
Kenapa nggak nge-flash?
Those one taps from Carpe are a thing to be feared. Now, side player with an Outlaw. It's a Stinger purchase along with the Spectre half armors here for the side of PaperX. They're going for the Force Buy.
This very well could get some off guard, but given that half armor, Saya player going to be in a cozy position with the Outlaw. Just situated up here on a heaven. Okay, well, now they're well aware of that weapon. As that first shot not going to be connecting. Monyet bring over towards Tree, finding one before Izu's able to trade it back. Tap on the door, spray coming through. Izu going to be knocked out to D1. A side player just fishing here. Blind, trying to get a straight connection.
Planted.
Meantime, Spike will get planted for PaperX.
Udah, coy.
A lot to work with here, though.
Yeah.
Phantom in hand. Before Ross
Nice.
Izu going to be taken down as they look to push in around the back side. And in window, side player not connecting to the shot. Drop down, Xcrit will find Devi. Pushes out, but he's not ready for something to be behind him and back check. Kills found Rossi, the last one standing. Finds one, looks for a little bit more, but
nice.
PaperX. Team that we typically did not see go for these force buys. They bring one out, and they are going to be carrying a Spectre and a Phantom forward into round 3.
Yeah, it catches a lot of people off guard, including T1. Not fully prepared for it, and you're starting to think, well, okay, they've got that Outlaw, they've got that gun that could potentially just shut it down, but the opportunity is never there. Already saw an attempt to combo some of the Rays and the Fade utility at the beginning of this round in case somebody was on the left-hand side of A main as they came in towards Switch. Somebody there, and Monyet able to find a kill, get them the ability open up a little bit of space. Here you go. There's that seas. Although that seed ended on the roof.
All of this util for an empty side. Obviously just taking every precaution on the way in, but T1 going for the gamble stack, expecting to find some resistance over towards B. Now we're going to have to try to push their way back into the 5v5.
Here.
Just going to have to see if you can bait Paper Rex into a bad fight, but the angle being held, if they were to come from spawn like they are, with Mind Freak, with that Phantom, going to be very, very difficult. Maybe you can find that one tap with Carpe.
He's got the Sheriff. Position reinforced, and it looks like the call is going to be made to just try to gather up, get collected around tree where the door should still be shut, and then sacrifice to the spike. The haunt goes out. Carpe did swing back, trying to see if he can get any kind of party gift kill there.
Diffuse nggak sih?
Instead will fall.
Oh enggak, gue kira.
So 4-man sacrifice. Spike gods are pleased. Paper Rex are going to move up 2-1.
Ya kedengeran, Cok, suara diffuse-nya.
Bodies for the Spike god. One thing you got to be concerned about, and why, I think T1 is so keen to make sure that it's a death to the Spike, is because you don't want to funnel these orbs over to Paper Rex. This is something that plagued them in the AVL, was Paper Rex just getting both orbs on both sides of the map and really snowballing off of agents like Gecko, like Yoru, to get ults continuously online. I mean, we saw the Forsaken, 5-dimensional drifts in 1/2 Yoru. So those kind of things you have to be aware of, that Paper Rex will certainly try to take advantage of if they're given the opportunity. Tap on the orb just to see if there's any response. Execute it,
sibuk nge-trap anjir.
To set up that trap wire, considering camera playing way in the back corner for now. Paper Rex doesn't like that they didn't get any contact there. They're sensing that maybe there's something amiss. They check short, nobody home.
Seems like maybe both spotting each other there in mid with that jiggle peek from Rossi. And something drifting on the corner sends out at least a warning shot there towards Carpe, who's now going to be drifting back away towards the site.
He's got that thrash as well to really break this open, and you can see T1 is giving him a lot of space and a lot of respect because of it. Yeah, you've got the toxic screen as well. Rossi starting to shift over, try to get some help. The utility coming in, the hit is on, and a great spray from Saya.
I mean, just massive wide swing from Monyet. He didn't take it down, side player behind the kill, but Carpe now falling, means the side is a little bit more opened up, but Rossi is still here, makes his presence known. Bill found off the shot, takes it down to 5, something swaps up with the Sheriff.
Nice, Spy, nice!
Here from the buy, comes up with 2 quick kills. Izu and Saya both go down. Wingman gets the spike.
7!
Now all on his lonesome. Cashless, holding onto the Vandal. We'll just have to back away. Thrash is on the hunt again. See if they can spot him out, but don't think anything's been noted. So Excrit will be able to just drift away into the nether, hold on to his weapon. Paper X, they're going to be moving up 3-1.
Yeah, and it's a good kind of play off of sort of lack of information here for Paper Rex. Not really any counter utility thrown their way as they make a play for that first orb. So they feel like maybe something's going to be set up for a trap in front of that A site. They are going to be able to shift on over. Monyet maybe getting a little too wide. Saya does get that kill, but Rossi trying to do what he can on site, but it's so difficult with something with an operator. Even on the Gecko.
Way too much.
Doesn't have those escapes, no problem at all for him. Wise switch back over to that Sheriff to get that confirmation on the kill. Follow up off the Paranoia as well. Really nice stuff here from Devi once again. Holding right from the switch, and I mean, Paper Rex.
See you on the other side.
See why they went into this map. Really liked what they were seeing. It was the map that did fall away from T1 when they played Zeta earlier. It's close. It's 13-10, but still, Zeta showing that there are some weaknesses. Carpe trying to use that Sheriff wall pen to find some damage onto the feet of Paper Rex, but for now, nothing doing. Nobody giving up right there. Positioning. Oh, gonna use the wingman to check.
Wingman trying to go for that stun. Spot 1 is Rossi, just trying to hold things over from Market. Field comes in, Forsaken, able to find Carpe. Fade v Fade, comes out on top. Site now going to be taken once more here from the side of Paper Rex. When it comes down. Shifting over, realizing they haven't shut the door, and right before it does, Mind Freak will be able to take out
Dagiging nggak sih 2-0 Chiox.
into a position where you can try to die to the spike here. Not impossible for the side of T1. Extra will fall. Now it is all on Izu to see if he can deal some damage here.
Udah pede semua. Gaming, W Gaming.
Winning the round you should. Relatively convincing fashion. The money starting to accumulate very quick, as well as the ults for Paper Rex. Nightfall right there, one away from a Viper's Pit. Showstopper in hand for Monyet. So a lot of options now for Paper Rex and T1. They like to get a little bit aggressive at B main. Sometimes Saya player will try to control that space along with the utility of Carpe. So seeing if they can maybe push out, get some damage done. But Paper Rex, 4-1 split all the way over on the other side of the map. And here comes that Showstopper towards short.
Clear on the Haunt, trap wire can't get the catch here, so just gonna send it out. Daze comes across, Dizzy out, Execurate tucked away, back jet, it's falling as Defy just sweeps through like a plague upon their houses.
Oh, come on.
Continues to just rip them to shreds. 3 kills here for Defy. A little bit of spray through, Carpe getting a bit of that damage, but widely, there's nothing else that can be done. T1 again, heavy investment, that Odin, not cheap. They have to just back away.
Well, I guess if you're a T1 fan, the one thing you can hang your hat on is...
this is aggressive.
Oh, this is nuts from Defy.
Mati nih Dava ini. Oh, gak bisa nge-save game.
Defy just arriving as his none of you.
Emang ketahuannya, Cok? Dia TP di situ, Cok.
Well, never mind. I was gonna say something. There are a few things that you can take away for T1 fans about this round, but Defy just wanted that ace so bad. And again, it's huge because the economic damage done is
kedua kali ya.
Enormous. Absolutely enormous.
Abang
The takeaway that T1 fans want right now is their eyesight. This is not good to witness. As the timeout will be called, 5-1, Paper X way out ahead. And this
Ini mah udah kebantai nih, Cok. Udah.
Being set
Dah.
right now.
Kelar 2-0.
When Paper X gets scary, it's when they're starting to feel it. When the speed is there, when Defy starts picking up these huge multi-kills, starting to break things open. The trap wire was nice that it caught the ult and stopped that. That's great, but then the sight hit with the rest of Paper X just isn't able to be held. Maybe getting a little bit distracted, potentially by that trap wire Showstopper. Maybe a momentary, a pause there to give them some hesitation. Might have cost them a little bit. Execurate just stuck behind that box. Not much you can do as that Cypher. Not a lot of utility to bail him out. It's just going to have to be on his gunplay, which is tremendous, but, it's not comfortable by any stretch of the imagination. A Defy just sneaks right around, takes him out. Something still with an operator, one away from the Viper's Pit. Yet is Mind Freak.
Map defender coy ini.
Make a play for an orb to get that into his hands. This time around, only a Marshal, a Stinger, some Sheriffs, and a Ghost. A lot of work to be done for T1. Thrifty here would feel great. Try to turn this map around, but certainly tough task for any team when Paper X gets rolling to shut it down.
I mean, they know, just because the rounds have been very brutal for them, that operator continues to be carried over. Can constantly be afforded right now. So not looking to give any sight lines over to something.
Waiting for the Odin from Forsaken. That's what I'm waiting for.
I hope that you'll be waiting for a very long time.
I don't think we will.
For now, wall, orb dropping. Always go. Sighting tech getting ready to come through. They had the K and the C's out onto Carpe. Wrap around the side.
Nice. Yep.
In midair, Rossi will be able to find that kill. Finds himself second.
Aduh.
Classic. And Rossi comes up with a 3K.
Aduh,
okay. Still, though, just the stinger in hand. But he's definitely made them think twice about this one.
Aduh, kalah ini.
Aduh.
Thrifty Chiox.
He's looking for it. Something will deny it. But he's at 29 health. That Marshal, wallbang, anything will do it.
Nice.
Pushes around the backside of the box. Saya not ready for the swing. Thought he was sticking it. Rossi doing his damnedest to try to give them the round to win, to try to get the Thrifty. Something says no.
Buset 5 ultimate, cok.
Heartbreak for T1. This is so well played here on the execute by PaperX. They get the tethers to connect onto 2 different players, and Monyet is like, oh yes, this should be easy for me to clean up, but Rossi's so good with that stinger. Rossi was saying his mom is staying up to watch the match tonight, so
Ya, ada lele,
gave her a little bit of a show there for sure.
Damn good effort. Again, you know, very close in the thrifty attempts here from T1. Now with the buy coming back through, Trapwire's just intercepting these prowlers, information not really being garnered from PaperX. And I mean, this is the most PaperX thing ever. It looks like they want to push into Rossi, the guy who just nearly aced them, while he's got a Viper's Pit up.
That's because you got Thrash. You got the ability to clear it now. You know where the Cypher setup is. You don't feel comfortable trying to push through it, so why not utilize or just run into it with shorties and try to clear it that way, but playing very, very far back are Rossi and Carpe. But again, with this Thrash there, you have a great opportunity here to clear this out. Something going to be making his way through. Let's see if that's what they want to do, if they're just going to maybe use Wingman Dizzy or something like that. But look at all this utility. The Nightfall.
Boombot one way.
Aduh.
Getting detained.
Oh no.
Aduh, no.
Here, Lumber Rossi. Hit still up, Spike on the floor. Monyet's
Aduh.
push, but Extra shuts him down. Spike does get grabbed, and is he coming through? As the Neural Theft infested, they know where they're at, they know where they're rotating to. And for PaperX, I don't know how you dig yourself out of this one. Trapwire still set up here on A to intercept the approach towards the site. Cyber Cage is well popped. They'll get rid of the one wire, but they have to get onto the site now. Just 12 seconds remaining for them to try to get this Paranoia. Going to be sent down. Isu tagged down to 11, but Headskrit holds the door. That'll be the round taken away. Something just having to hang back and hold on to that operator now.
Not exactly sure
what just happened.
What happened with the friendly fire with the Thrash that got poor Monyet detained, because I love the maneuver that Monyet takes there to get onto the backside of the pit. You know, if the players, you can see Carpe right there, kind of having to play in and out of the backside of it.
10 seconds.
If Monyet was able to not be detained there, that could have been a very different round, but just a little bit of a miscalculation there by PaperX.
Right there.
And the right idea, using that Fade utility, using that Boombot, using that Gecko utility to clear that Viper's Pit. It just didn't quite go the way they wanted. And
dia menangin drone 4 ultimate.
All that. Clearing some space on the site, hoping to maybe get a Trapwire in there as well. And
looking to slow down. Oh my. Okay, Rossi just running. Got it.
Nice.
Spray down too.
Aduh.
Holds the door. Mind Freak both eliminated. It's just him versus something who's completely and utterly trapped here at Wine. No more util. No nothing, just a Vandal. 3 people to try to get through in this side alone. So he will just back away. See if he's going to reroute or just get tucked away somewhere and try to hold on to this weapon. Still doesn't have a good amount of cash. Taps the spike. And, well, Execute does come out hunting. Now he's going to turn his sights back over towards him. That Jiggle Beak not revealing enough. The Hawk certainly helping. As he can't find him. Execute with 3. T1 as well. 3 to 6, looking for the run back.
Just phenomenal hold here from Rossi and Excurit. Looked like it was maybe going to be another PaperX kind of just sight take, but they're able to hold fast. PaperX able to try to break through the front of the site. The Dizzy even connected onto Rossi. It's at 10 HP. Gets that done.
Let's go, man.
Catches the teleport.
Come on.
Now, a little bit of wind to the sails for T1, and they are going to force a timeout out of PaperX. Coach Alex gonna have something to say. Already a pretty good half, all things considered, for PaperX. I mean, you've got to like finding 6 on your attacker side initially.
Sure.
However, it is PaperX, and they'd prefer to do the majority of the damage on the attacker side in most maps.
You heard Rossi, just 3 more to go. They want that 6 and 6 is what they have their sights set on. PaperX now going to try to disrupt it. So we can bring an end to this one. But right now, I mean, just given the things that we're seeing, the things being put on display from both teams, I'm impartial. I don't care who wins. I just want it to go to 3.
Yeah, please.
Because both teams have looked strong when it comes down to Sunset, and seeing that face-off with the likelihood of Excurrent as well going over to Chamber, that sounds like something that we don't want to miss.
Yeah, certainly T1 has to be wanting revenge on that map, you know, from when they faced off against them at the AVL. So certainly I would like to see Sunset, no doubt about it. Mindfreak now finally maybe going to have the opportunity to use that Viper's Pit. Saya.
He's going to get noted there. Has to just dash to exit. Start finding not yet. He's trying to get out of there.
Nice.
As soon as Rossi tries to go for the spray, he's far
Nice.
too quick on the reply. Something going to get tagged up there through the wall. But, I mean,
Nice. Keculik satu. Aduh.
Turning his sights back over towards B main. Will be able to get the pick off there on a Mindfreak.
Aduh, nyet. Nowhere.
Brother V brother, but he's got to back away as the paranoia comes in from Divide. It's going to be revealed. Looking for a little bit more as they try to flush him out. He swings in, takes out his brother, pushes into the smoke, but something will be able to get revenge. Saya player now, last man standing. Something at 44. The knives out. He sends him. The updraft, the wingman going for the plan as they just lurk within the smoke. Something that Saya can do to try to interrupt it. Does he just go for a fishing shot?
Nice.
There, and something somehow wins the duel.
I just threw my hands up a little bit there because
93
something is just
Corsair kah?
outrageous sometimes with how fast he is. I mean, Saya's expecting potentially someone to come out from the smoke, and he still gets bested. Whoa, God, that's fast. Yeah, dude. That's how I feel.
And those snappy shots kind of play, that accuracy, that is what got him onto this team. And he's done it Pacific, he's done it on the world stage. He's doing it right now here. On's going forward, cleared on both sides. Saya player.
Aduh, main flick kena nih. Kalau maju.
Main has the backup.
It's pinged.
Carpe.
They spec.
Forward wants to go for the Prowler. Checks right, they know that he's there. And now they're just trying to spam him out.
Ah, kan? Posisinya nggak enak,
In
Cok.
the meantime, that Nightfall going to be sent over towards A, but it's not going to connect onto anyone. Just falls shy of Excurrent's position there on Heaven. He now drops down. Rossi taking a hell of a lot of damage, taking a paranoia.
Aduh, Rossi nggak ketahuan.
The man can't see a damn thing.
Aduh, nice.
From him, and now his life as well. Something will finally find the enemy. Viper Manya gets Excurrent. As the Thrash goes chasing, spotting them here out in mid. The detain onto one. Carpe locked in position for now, but Isu
Harusnya
there.
ketahuan ya, mid 2 ya.
So much space and time being bought here. The Thrash, the Mosh. So difficult on this retake. Door cleared.
The reveal, Cyan Yap just digs, finished off through the floor. Over the corner, Divide unable to take out Izu. The time dwindling, and there's still a showstopper on the opposite side. I guess a consolation prize, they can try to drag that ult out. But they know that they have to just back away. They're not going to be able to breach the confines of that A site. Carpe out, hit though, take it down as Forsaken swings the corner. They want Izu. Shorty in hand, Izu holding his ground for a moment, but Forsaken will be able to finish him off. And
That's
Paper Rex now gets themselves
yeah.
up to 8.
I mean, they're just so well coordinated when they death ball around the map. I mean, there was one kind of oopsie when the Viper's Pit was up earlier, but other than that, so well played there by Forsaken. Get that haunt, get the reveal right after that door came crashing down. You knew that the retake had to be attempted relatively soon there, trying to get those flank angles set up. And maybe the Viper's Pit will be used someday. A lot of utility being thrown. Oh, they're trying to catch somebody holding that angle. Spam through the wall.
Man cleared. Saya holding the judge. Showstopper sent down. Still not going to be found. But Saya player now dashing forward. Still somehow comes away with 2. Tries to keep them in this one and actually does give them the man advantage. Spike still held here.
Kena flash
Safely in the
lagi
hands
anjir.
of something for now. Smoke dissipates and Izu. Ready for it. Takes out Mindfreak.
Yeah, so Paper Rex's utility able to be dodged by T1. They're set up in places where
Menghindari
it doesn't really
Crucial.
connect. Something looking for Izu, but not giving anything away just yet. Ooh, takes a tag.
Challenging position to be in. Excurrent on the swing. Now he's pretty much identified everybody.
Still plenty of time.
Running the assessment here in his head. Is this winnable? Send process.
I think for this player, absolutely. There's the potential.
Xcrit does get dragged off the angle, but yeah, they have the high-low here on Switch. It will be an 8-4 half. Much like we saw on the first map, but this time on its head. T1 needing to be the team that rallies back in the second half.
Yeah, it's a really good setup in that last round for T1. I mean, Saya got really aggressive there. Just went face first into Paper X, still managed to find enough.
Secara data, Paper X
but
menang.
the important
Soalnya
thing
map
is his
defender.
positioning kind of fools Paper X. Again, I think they were expecting somebody to maybe be like Carpe spamming that wall or something like that with where the C's landed. Actually, they were just waiting right outside the door, hoping to close the gate on him, and they did. So 8-4. I don't know. I don't know if it's enough. You know,
Rossi, you're my rose.
Rossi, you're my rose.
I believe that's what that said.
That's adorable. Devi, you're my daisy. I'm not good with flower names, but
that is, I can confirm that is a flower. Excellent work.
I did it, guys.
You don't have too many flowers where you come from. It's usually just frigid with 10 feet of snow on the ground.
That's kind of true. It is a barren wasteland as Wisconsin.
Same can be said for New Jersey. Anyway, let's go into the second half. Paper X now shifting over onto the defense. T1 needing this attack to be absolutely monstrous.
Curious to see exactly how they're going to play this. With something in middle, I want to know if that's like the Paper X sort of MO, that he's just going to, even not on a duelist, kind of be in charge of that area of the map. Often, you know, you expect him to be on that jet with an operator or something like that, like we saw last year, containing that space. Early on, just with a Ghost, of course, it's just the pistol, but something to kind of keep your eyes on, I think, as this map progresses, is the positioning of something, the way that he's going to be playing off duelist on Ascent. On yet, Mind Freak thinking about trying, but they're getting backed off.
Yeah, I mean, their attention right now being so very split. Divine looking to just
Aduh, udah nggak dapet. Kenapa pistol orang kalah mulu dah?
Falling rotation now coming through. Is Xcrit going to be able to find one? Forsaken. We'll get Rossi, but suddenly it's just Mind Freak.
Oh, kan?
Now he's gone. Xcrit cleaning them up. T1 maintaining a lead in pistol rounds now, 3-1 in that regard.
Yeah, I mean, they won both pistols. Yeah, last time, of course, you know, Paper X went for the force buy, the Stingers and a Spectre, and this time around, though, not feeling like going to fool T1 just again, but maybe you can use that against your opponent here, because T1 is likely to be a little bit more cautious than maybe normal on this round, right? It's got to be in the back of your mind that last time there was that force buy. So let's work the map a little bit. See if Paper X can use that to their advantage. Maybe they can do things like take a little bit of space, find kind of some off angles that maybe T1 isn't expecting. What in the world?
Nice. Wins it with a classic.
What?
Okay. Opening kill.
Right there.
Found that from Monyet, down to 1 HP, mind you. Weapon not recovered. Worry about it being watched by somebody else on T1. They don't push forward, so that is not going to be in their hands as they look to go for this retake. But somehow, some way, Paper X do have a man advantage. Decent amount of util. Everyone's pushing around, but this Cypher Cam here from Xcrit should be able to spot them all.
Monyet, 1 HP. Any damage done, he's out of the round, but you never know. It's Paper X, man.
Cam cleared. Carpe trying to fish for something there with the Guardian. As Wingman goes rushing forward. That's going to be the mark coming through. Okay, needing to expire. Push into the corner.
Nice.
Something just wide swinging around. Saya player.
Bisa nih.
Oh,
Nice.
Still unlikely to go their way as I say that. Oh my god, Xcrit
1 HP, bro. 1 HP, bro.
Full health.
Go.
Push in and gets them. How do they do this? Against all odds and expectations. They have no firepower coming into the round.
Thrifty.
It's not. It's just almost unfair.
Thrifty doesn't do that justice. We need
No.
to invent a new term. This is a rags to riches round.
How does he win this fight? That's what I want to know. He's out in the open with an orb. It's unreal. The upgrade for Mind Freak, and I mean, there's a ton of information given over to T1 too. The cam was checked in B main, so that had to be cleared. They know where they're coming from. They just find ways to get there because they're not afraid.
Damn, I mean, Paper Rex, they're like, yo, buy our capsule, damn it. Look what you can do with this thing. It might just be
this classic build different.
Here.
You too can go for outrageous aggressive orb grabs that should never work and get a kill.
Something now fishing. Man leads the way. Daze has come through. They're looking for the push. They're looking to overwhelm. Trying to find side player. A little bit too unpredictable there with the movement. Is Monyet now going to be a little bit of a rough spot? And guilty on the dome hit with that Sheriff. The swing out. High, splitting his attention between two targets. Ends up falling, but now the Odin has arrived here in heaven. Wins the brother battle. As Mind Freak makes his presence aware before the neural depth can go off. Plan coming in. Sheriff in hand. Mind Freak again. Versus
Mind Freak
Accurate.
again.
Can he manage to win out? Dancing around. Tries to flush him out of the open. The snake bite coming through, and it's a damn good effort from Accurate. But he cannot get the win. Mind Freak can get the defuse, can recover the Odin. Paper X can get up to 10.
It almost works. I love the tempo change here from T1. The fast short hit. Get Saya in deep, cause confusion. A great snake bite for Day Main. To clear out some players, make those Sheriff wallbangs that much more effective to get rid of Devi and Monyet. I told you the Odin was coming.
It was indeed.
he did something a little goofy there where he thought he had time standing out in the open to go for the Prowler, but you know what? Whatever. It's Forsaken. I don't question it. It's his brother. He has to know that maybe his brother's more likely to back off there or something and that he might be able to get away with it.
T1 now. Mountain is getting taller and taller that they need to climb. And you can see Paper X, they still really want to push the tempo here. Paranoia just completely shoves Execute away from this B lobby. The rest of Paper X can now anticipate that this hit is going to happen here on the A site. Monyet very far forward, judge in hand. The Paranoia getting ready to crash in, and it does.
Oh
Prowler does not check right. He inches up, sees one at range, the vulnerable, helping to take him down. It's going to be Mind Freak and Forsaken collecting the kills. Down 3 in the round. Spike stranded and Execute.
Paper X saw that wall split that Execute used. I said, we too have cheeky walls that you don't quite expect. You can hide players in. Both Prowlers completely missing. Monyet there.
Leave the spike.
He's able to do a lot of extra damage, cause some extra confusion to T1. Yeah, he doesn't get any kills, doesn't matter. It made it so unassailable for T1, and Execute has to try to save. The only one with any cash to speak of, really, for T1. We're going to try to get rid of it. Devi's going to be good for it. Yeah, no problem.
11 now here, Paper X. And what a just dominant showing here. After the closest on split, the multiple overtimes coming through, with T1's map pick being Ascent, we were expecting this to, maybe continue being that back and forth, if not, a T1 runaway. But right now, this is very much just out of their hands.
Good defense.
Yeah, it is good defense. You're right. One thing I find really intriguing to watch, the way that people just completely disrespect snake bites these days. Like, they just walk right through them, vulnerable be damned. Just send it in, but I mean...
Both are crying somewhere. For all the fun for disrespect.
I mean, at least there was a Yoru played earlier today for Lothar.
True.
We got that going.
True.
He'll probably be co-streaming the next match, right? At the very least. He might be co-streaming this one too, I'm not sure, but...
Could very well be. But, I mean, everything right now is resting on this timeout from T1. It's the second one invested. And, I mean, 6-round deficit to try to claw back on your attacking side. Yeah. Not a good spot.
It's not easy. It's really challenging against this Paper X team. Now you've got a Nightfall to back up this Odin. Make matters worse, Forsaken has an extra piece of utility that he can use to spot you and try to get that Odin spammed down. Mind Freak has his ult over on the B side. They're leaving him all alone. They've got 4 players over on A, 2 in short. Dizzy going to be sent up and over. Try and buy Paper X the ability to, again, cover these orbs, feed them into Monyet. Okay, he's okay. It's fine this time.
Stays alive. Something, though, Has not spotted Saya player. He's gotten here towards stairs and mid. Completely noted and now. I think his presence very much known. Quick headshot. I think it's taken down. Spam out though. Working down to 56. Dash expiring. Getting corralled up here in A main.
Here.
And only one kill, Monyet gets his showstopper. So if he gets one in here, this hit could turn really sideways really fast for T1.
Call coming in as that C's connects in towards Wine. Rotation's now starting. Mindfreak the only one who's really lingering back. Side player going to be spotted by the blue bot over in tree. Prowler's chasing forward into the smoke.
Nice fight.
Quick headshot comes in.
Nice.
Down for Forsaken, dropping off
Nice.
the top of heaven.
Nice, son.
Comes up with 4. And I need to see a replay of it. Because good God, I think Forsaken just out Lockheed on the here.
Yeah. That C's lineup was from forever away from Forsaken. And this is something that makes Paper Rex really special, is that players like Forsaken and the others spend a lot of time just screwing around the maps. And when I say that, I mean they go in there and they just see what they can get away with lineups. How far can we launch stuff? Where can we launch stuff from? They're so technical. You think about Paper Rex as this fast, explosive team, but they spend a lot of time learning tech, practicing abilities, and how they can interact with the map and with themselves. So stuff like that, it's just incredible the way that they work things. Well, now it is going to be Mindfreak using his Viper's Pit, a little bit different, a little bit further back than we saw from T1 when they invested theirs on the B side, but a camera not going to be able to see much as it's right outside of his. Trap wire just in case there's a lurk being set up from the Viper's Pit itself. But as of right now, Paper Rex happy to absorb a little bit of the early aggression and then see if they can punish. The weaponry is just not the best for T1.
No, I mean, I don't know if I've ever seen Sai play with a Bucky in his hand.
Not that I remember.
There's always a rifle or, a Marshall or something like that. Very different looks here. Also has the knife to back it up. Spray coming down. Mark in something. Again, just eating a little bit of that snake bite. Trying to creep up in towards the smoke. Prowler just spot him, though. And Saya player swinging around the backhand side. Might have a massive opportunity to upgrade his weapon, and he does, but he's not going to go for it. Princess Sight's back. They know that they still need to break this open. They know that there's still going to be players from Paper Rex situated here on A. Showstopper, however, coming through. Sends it up towards Heaven. It's not going to be able to find the kill. Execute. Strikes. Saya player pushing it. And she can find divide. Time dwindling. Forsaken swings his way back over and cannot study the aim. Izu will take him down. Mindfreak will hightail it. The series is not over yet.
Well, this is a really nice round for T1. Potentially too little, too late. We'll see, but they're able to slip the net. Saya player sneaks through, knowing that we've been seeing something play that tree position, that short A position quite often. And when they catch sight of him over in mid, they're like, ooh, there's a little bit of an opening that we can potentially utilize. Let's see if they remember to plug that hole. They didn't, and that really breaks the round open for T1. Monyet just not able to find that showstopper angle either. I think if he kind of could have that one back, he might turn his attention towards the door where the switch is instead of towards Heaven, but just a reaction play there. That jet's coming in, the blades are out, that's a threat, and you want to try to shut it down.
Well, around 1, and with the economy worked low here for the side of Paper Rex. We'll see what they're going to be able to piece together. So on a couple of bolts to try to work with. But yeah, I mean, really good. Just getting Saya player into that deep lurk position, completely unscouted, set up for the Prowler to identify something's position. Allows him to really find that opening kill.
Exactly.
But now they need to do that 6 more times to give us overtime again.
Easy. No problem.
Up on top of the box. Monyet spotting.
Nice.
Puts it low and something gets the headshot and range to just go ahead and finish the job. Paranoia is well expended by Izu.
It's just these little plays that they set up that
Nggak ada yang entry, boy.
They are so well coordinated, so well executed. Their aim so good. Monyet gets the first, and something's right there to back him up with the Sheriff. Try to spam it down.
Oh, yeah, I'm seeing him. I think he's more than satisfied just to go ahead and put that shot on the Rossi shoulder. As the Thrash goes on a bit of a scouting mission in towards B main. Nothing spotted, brings it back, recovers it. Have that up as PaperX just pulling back, getting ready for the attack to come in here onto A.
Out of utility to delay.
Where are you?
PaperX. On
Over the
Forsaken,
top.
yeah.
Rossi revealed. Carpe as well. Just no ambiguity about it. Says, yes, I'm here. Here's a Prowler. Please don't chase me. They're going to back away, and that's going to be them now drifting back towards this B site.
That's got the Thrash out again.
30 seconds left.
So that's going to be lost for the rest of this round. T1 here.
But it also tells them everything that they need to know.
Yep.
It's either A main
Ah,
or it's B.
gacor, dapat.
Oh, are they actually starting to
Gacor, gacor.
Before getting taken down. One chance for the Marshall, missing the opening shot. Time dwindling. Spike here in the hands of Izu. Spots one. Can't get the shot in. Spike going to be planted. T1
planted.
with a hope, with a dream. 2v4, but now it's just Izu all on his lonesome.
GG.
Swings out, the spam coming through the smoke, trying to scout him out. Finds one, but cannot hold the door. Forsaken, he will get the finish. The defuse can come in, and that is going to be PaperX.
Gila cahaya, Madrid boy.
Of Ascent and moving forward 2-0.
And now PaperX find themselves
Madrid,
once
Madrid,
again
Madrid.
making their way to an international event. On to Madrid they will go to represent Pacific.
Madrid boy.
Still some work to be done to see if they can claim a title. Their second in a row in VCT Pacific. But certainly looking unbelievably strong on Ascent there. And you can see the heartbreak here for T1. Izu, just such a valiant effort on Split. They gave it everything they had. They made that triple duelist almost not work. It was so close.
Yeah. A loss like that against a comp that so many other teams would stray away from, would say, no, we can't make this work. A loss like that, seemingly having shattered T1, but I mean, you can see what it means to them. It's brutal.
Don't cry,
but,
bro.
I mean, all things considered, still an incredible beginning to the year here for T1.
Next year.
Making a very significant run back. Having an incredible, one of the just most entertaining maps of Valorant that I've gotten to cast.
Yeah.
In that opener there on Split. While the emotions for now, they sting. I hope that in the end they'll be able to hold their heads high and look forward towards stage one, come back even stronger.
I mean, you have to look at this T1 squad and have a lot of hope and a lot of confidence that they are going to bounce back in the next stage. Like, there's a lot of really good things happening on this team. A lot of good things in place. And it is no small task to try to take down PaperX. And many have tried, few have succeeded. It is so difficult. And with Marget on this squad as well, I mean, we know what he's capable of. We saw it on GE. We're seeing it here again with PaperX. It's a different style. It's a different flair to PaperX this year, Achilles. We're not seeing sort of that off-the-rails, sort of blast packing in your face, just going crazy, but it still has a similar tone. It still has a similar flavor.
A round of applause for Izu making his way to give the fist bumps. Sportsmanship first, emotion second. But for PaperX, I mean, again, another grand final, another international event on the horizon.
Lu udah bagus sih.
Another series to be played through. With some limited time for preparation because they
Izu
don't know
pernah
yet
di
who
ini
their
gak sih
opponent's going to be.
CS?
That's true.
Gak pernah ya.
Really
Baru
interested
ini ya.
for that next match.
Bagus
DRX versus Gen G. Korean powerhouses going to be squaring off in what I think will be a very, very close series.
Liatin,
I think
temen-temennya
that's going to be
kemana ke
an
reject.
intense battle.
Ini tiba-tiba ke
Some of those rookies
T1.
coming in, that's an exciting
Udah bagus
storyline.
anjir.
It's just hard to
Coba
think
lihat
that
VLRJ.
it'll be any potential different result in some ways than the old RX Classic. It just feels like we're just destined to have another go. But I don't know. I mean, Gen G looks great.
They do. Who knows what's going to happen with that one? That's for a future matchup that'll be coming up later. But for now, we have the entirety of PaperX standing by for the winner's interview.
Afrika TV juga.
Make waves T1 versus PRX. The winner of the first ticket for Madrid goes to PRX. Congratulations, everyone. I mean, it was a fast match today. 3 duelists and then no sentinels. It was crazy to see those come. So, what were you thinking?
Gue mau ngeliat,
worth the
nanti
risk?
dah.
저희가 이제 PRX가 우승을 하면서
인터뷰
마드리드로 가는
di
첫 번째
Valorant
티켓을
Indonesia.
거머쥐게 됐습니다. 근데 여기서 또 물어볼게요. 정말 요원 조합이 특이했습니다. 어떻게 3 타격대 그리고 센티넬 없이 이렇게 맵을 진행하게 됐는데 이런 요원 조합을 어떻게 생각하게 됐고 이게 리스크가 좀 큰 조합일 수도 있는데 어떻게 견뎌냈는지 물어보겠습니다.
I think for the I think we changed like 1 week ago, I think, or maybe 2 weeks ago.
1 week ago you decided?
Yeah, I think all of my teammates just feels like Yoru is a good idea on that map because people run Cypher most of the time, right, on that map. So we use the decoy to break the trip and stuff. So yeah, we're just trying in scrims and it's working. So
brave.
yeah, we just roll with it, you know. So yeah.
Okay. 네, 사실 1, 2주 전에 정해진 요원 조합이라고 하는데요. 요루를 써보면 어떨까라는 아이디어를 팀원에서 냈고 연습해낸 결과 정말 이번 게임에서 잘 보여준 것 같다고 말했습니다. Thanks to Bye for the interview. And then let's go to something. Congrats again, something. I want to ask you, when you sense your team's win, what and who popped in your mind right away? Can you tell me about the story? 딱 이기기 전에 어떤 생각이 들었고 혹시 누가 떠오른 사람은 있는지 something 선수에게 물어보겠습니다.
Actually,
Menyanya saya bikin repot ini
about the game
panitia.
because after first map I'm a bit nervous. I don't know why, and yeah, just no thoughts, just play our game and hope we will win. And yeah, we win.
Also, you're so focused on the play, you didn't think of anything. Okay. 사실 첫 번째 맵에서 이겼을 때도 너무 집중했기 때문에 아무것도 떠오르지 않았다고 말을 했네요. 정말 아주 집중력이 이제 PRX의 무기가 아닌가 싶은 또 답변을 들었는데요. The next pass. Yes. For Magnet, were there any barriers you needed to handle before coming into the playoffs? Any hardships you need to handle?
Sorry?
Were there any difficulties you needed to handle before coming into the playoffs? 플레이오프에 들어오기 전에 어떤 어려움이 있었는지 오늘 선수에게 물어보겠습니다.
On the playoff.
Yes.
I
for
think
this match.
it's a bit hard for me because I was struggling for both games, but I don't want to make my teammate like making a hard job, you know. So I just like cheer for them, help them together, comms for them. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Good job. 별다른 큰 어려움은 없었고 오히려 팀 전체를 이끌고 응원을 해는 역할을 했다고
kali main doang
말했습니다.
langsung mati.
Thank you.
Itulah
To
privilege
Forsaken. What would be your team's greatest strength that caused your win
Cahyo
today? And anything to say to the fans or
Hey,
watching,
Rizka!
especially your family?
For all of the fans and for our family, for my girlfriend, everything, thank you so much for watching us. And we're really excited to show what we can do in Madrid later. I hope you guys still keep supporting us all the time.
Kamu Benzema ini mah
Until we
boy.
can bring the trophy for this specific, and I hope we can bring the trophy for Madrid as well. Thank you.
Nice. 어떻게 팀의 강력한 이김의 요인은 무엇이고 또 감사할 사람이 있냐고 물어봤더니요. 가족들 그리고 여자친구 그리고 함께해준 팬분들께 정말 고마움을 전했고 마드리드에 가서도 트로피를 딸 수 있도록 열심히 노력하겠다고 마음을 전했습니다. Okay, next to Mindfreak, I have a question. Being a winner of the last year's Pacific, were there any growth or change you personally experienced?
Sorry, what?
Being the winner of last year's Pacific, were there any growth or experience you learned from today's? 또 작년에 퍼시픽 우승을 했으니까 이번 경기에 또 성장한 거나 배운 것이 있는지 물어보겠습니다.
I think mentally we are stronger because like we pull a comeback against DRX from 2-0 to 3-2. So I think we learned a lot actually from them, and it helps like our deep run in champions in LA last year. So
champion kemarin sih.
작년과 비교했을 때 또 DRX와의 결투와 비교했을 때 정말 더
kemarin
단단해진 것
sih
같고
bentar.
LA 때 기억을 되살려서 저희가 좀 더 견고한 팀이 된 것 같다고
Pacific.
말했습니다. And the
DRX.
next question goes to Coach Alex. You waited for a while.
Oke,
and
ini
I wanted to ask, were there any pros and cons throughout the kickoff? What do you think about your team and any message you want to send your team?
Terus ini
I mean, for other teams, I think everyone has improved. You can see today that we had a really hard game, and I think we ourselves have stuff to work on. It's good that we have more games that we can see.
Gila, Lotus dibantai-bantai cuy DRX.
But very happy to play it.
Ini Jing, nggak tahu ntar nih di final nih.
Yeah, of the whole tournament, how was it? The
I mean,
weakness
I mean, it's not really finished yet, so maybe this review is better after finals. Thank you.
Ayo dong, kamu lihat interviewnya dong.
저희가 뭐 아직 끝나지 않았기 때문에 전체적으로 장단점은 말할 수 없지만 모두 최선을 다했습니다.
Alex
하지만
cuci
스플릿
udil.
같은 경우는 조금 더 손볼 때가 있다고 말했고요. 정말 좋은
저,
게임이었다고
cuci lah.
답변드렸습니다. And Alex, I have one little fun question for you. I mean, I heard that you eat a lot during the tournament. So, what are you eating so much?
I'm trying not to do that anymore, but yeah, I tend to just like grab a lot of snacks.
Yeah.
And I think my favorite one in Korea is this biscuit with apple jam inside.
Oh.
Yeah, I can't find it here, so I haven't been eating. But I think if it appears in front of me, I'll finish everything.
Aduh, gue gak bisa komen, harus follow dulu.
I get less angry.
Okay, nice. 네, 또 알렉스 코치한테 또 게임 중에 되게 군것질을 많이 한다고 들었는데 어떤 걸 그렇게 먹냐요? 했더니 한국에서 그 안에 잼이 들어간 그 조그만 과자가 그렇게 맛있다고 또 그거 덕분에 또 팀원들한테 덜 화내게 된다는 답변을 들었습니다. Okay, congratulations PRX. We are going to see you again for tomorrow. And thank you again. 네, 지금까지 PRX 선수들과 함께 인터뷰 나눠봤고요. 이제
gue mau lihat interview Indonya nih.
아직 끝나지 않았습니다. 마스터즈 가기 전에
Siapa nih?
파이널까지 남았기 때문에 끝까지 최선을 다해 주시기 바랍니다. Although they got the ticket for the Madrid, they still need to go to the finals before it. So we'll see what they'll do. And best of luck for all the players. Back to the desk.
Ada nggak sih? Ada nggak sih? Ya, nggak ada dong. Ada interview nggak ya? Gue pengen beli sih, cuman nggak ada uang, shocks. Interview Indonya, Cuk.
Wali. Ben Wali tuh gini.
Walinya Indonesia kan.
Iya.
Paper X. Iya, boleh lah ya. Itu dia tim kapsul dari Paper X yang dimana tadi baru aja memenangkan batch yang pertama, melanjutkan perjalanan mereka ke Master Madrid. Wow, kemenangan yang menurut gue di map yang kedua itu udah total domination sih. Nggak berasa gigit balik cuy.
6-nya T1 tuh, 2-nya tuh pistol.
2-nya pistol. Itu dan menang pistolnya juga nggak dapet round selanjutnya kan. Itu dia. Dapat bonus ya kan.
Itu pertama kena force
bayar.
Kedua kena thrifty. Alah siap.
Nggak dapet
pusing semua pusing.
Kalau 6 itu dari full buy ya udahlah gitu kan, berarti kan mereka kalah pistol sampai Prex gitu. Mereka misalnya menang pistol, berarti kan harusnya lebih tuh.
Kalau misalnya sesuai dengan SOP ya, berarti kan harusnya minimal lebih.
Berarti minimal dapat 8.
Iya benar-benar 8.
Itu yang gue bilang, mereka tuh nggak ngelakuin kesalahan banget karena lu di force buy di ronde kedua kayak gitu juga bukan salah.
Prex yang mau force buy
yang kayak gitu. Gak bisa ngomong apa-apa juga.
Dan delaying power dari Cypher bahkan gak berasa sama sekali.
Iya gak berasa.
Itu beda cerita mungkin kalau misalnya pakainya Killjoy juga.
Bisa jadi. Iya benar mungkin.
Karena si apanya?
Bocil-bocil Gecko.
Bocil-bocilnya bisa mati.
Benar, Nano Swarm alarmnya itu ya benar.
Iya kan, tapi ya.
Ya makanya lagi-lagi kan.
Agent Comsnya emang benar-benar apa ya, natural counter lah.
Iya lu gak akan expect gitu. Ibarat T1 emang udah latihan Agent Coms begini. Gue lawan Agent Coms yang bawa KO Killjoy. Jago nih pakai ini.
Aman
aja
nih.
Bisa lo sampai Prex.
Terakhir kali juga Peprex pakainya Agent Coms kayak gini nih gitu kan.
Ini beda nih kalau begini nih. Ini beda nih.
Kalau gini ceritanya gimana ya? Coachnya aja kayak ya betul.
Ya gimana? Ya lurus lah Pin.
Kecuali sekali time out 30 menit.
Nah,
staffnya berjajar dulu tuh.
Nah, itu ke counter tuh pasti kalau 30 menit tuh.
Kita review dulu VOD-nya. 30 menit tuh.
Oke, weakness-nya di mana nih ya?
30 menit pasti ke counter
tuh. Semenit, Bang. Semenit tuh ngomong.
Ya semenit 20 detik lah.
Itu juga yang ngomong si Rossi tuh.
Sama Kevin.
Susah. Itu udah real di counter agent tuh.
Ya dengan ya selain dari agentnya yang natural counter dari play-nya dari T1, itu juga ya stratnya lu nggak bisa baca secepat itu.
Nggak ada interview ini mah. Gue nungguin. Interviewnya mana? Interviewnya mana coy? Gak ada interview jokes.
Lagi nunggu interview dari Isu. Oh bukan nama Isu ya?
Bukan dong.
Jangan lagi sedih dia.
Pasti lu mau nanya kan?
Kenapa nangis gitu ya? Yupseo.
Coba sih ya. Tapi kira-kira sama siapa ya ngobrol ya? Kalau mau persekan seru sih.
Sama siapa ya?
dia-
Bang Kali Sursedi sih.
Iya
Bang Kali
sih, sama
Sursedi.
Uncle sih.
Sama
Uncle ya, sama
Uncle
Uncle
sih.
ya. Oke, kita udah dapat
oke.
informasi,
Udah
kita
nih
ngobrol
interview
sama
ini.
Boyan dari Paperex.
Oke, siap.
Halo.
Yes.
Cah.
Gaya lu, Cah.
Pejir.
Pertama-tama congratulations ya, langsung melaju ke dapat slot Masters Madrid. Nah, untuk di map yang pertama lu berdua kenapa tuh sama Santing? Gue penasaran banget tuh.
Pejir.
Nah, kalau kayak gue lawan T1 kena kers dan nggak pernah jago gue lawan T1.
Oh iya.
Cilkers.
Lawan
Cilkers.
Pas di DGE juga gitu.
Iya.
Tapi emang kayak lebih ke nervous sih. Kita juga setting tadi berasa kita terlalu nervous gitu. Terus Alex tamat kayak udah kelihatan kita nervous terus kayak keep up sama energinya dan ya udah bisa ke combat di terornya. Di attack ya, sorry.
Oh, alright. Berarti di map pertama itu ya nervous aja lah ya. Kayak ada pressure tersendiri nih lawan T1 nih. Kalau di map kedua tuh sesusah apa sih lawan T1?
Nggak susah sebenarnya, cuma gue bawa diri gue ke posisi yang jelek, tau nggak?
Gimana tuh? Kayak harusnya lu tuh gak begini nih, tapi kok begini ya?
Bukan gak begitu, cuma kayak gue nge-force diri gue buat masuk ke posisi yang jelek, tau nggak? Jadinya gue yang mati.
Iya kayak secolnya, landingannya gitu.
Sebenarnya kayak tembakan nggak ada masalah sih tadi, cuma lebih ke decision making gue sih yang jelek tadi.
Oke.
Cuma tadi as a team sih, tapi tadi as a team kita udah lumayan bagus sih di Aghann tadi.
Coba lu mau nanya tadi?
Gue mau nanya, Cah, apa rasanya lu main 5 map Valorant terus ke Master Madrid?
Itu, Cah.
Apa ya?
Kalau pas
Gue juga
susah tuh.
Gue juga nggak nyangka sih. Maksudnya kayak bisa secepat ini tau nggak? Cuma ya gitulah. Ya udah aja sih sebenarnya. Pas udah kelar game ya udah aja sih.
Congor-congir aja deh tadi kan. Last question kali ya. Last question. Ini kan pertanyaan semua orang, sama netizen, sampai kita nih, sampai kita ada quick count-nya nih ya. Emang menurut lu siapa yang lebih jago sih? Itu kok Kevin sama Jason?
Jagoan Jason lah.
Siapa yang biasa?
Krusornya dong.
Itu dia coy. Oke, thank you banget ya Monyet. Kita ketemu lagi. Semoga bisa kasih performa terbaik nanti di Grand Final.
Congrats. Bye.
Gopur.
Weh, itu ntar Masters Madrid artinya akan menjadi satu turnamen major. Setelah login ya. Login menurut gua nggak terlalu gue hitung sih turnamen di login. Jadi major pertama buat Cahya.
Karena loginnya kan
ada semuanya kan.
Ada semuanya.
Kalau ini kan per fight per region. Berarti ini akan menjadi major pertamanya Cahya. Masters pertamanya Cahya.
Oke. Nonton lanjut kah? DRX. Aduh, mager gue cu. Mager cu. Oke, see you next stream. Lanjut gak sih? Enggak ya. Soalnya ada keperluan juga sih. Oke, see you next stream. Sampai ketemu di final besok ya. Final besok cu. Cioks. Ya, besok jam 3. Oke. See you next stream. Bye bye.